whatever.
Come on.
With a purposeful grimace and a terrible sound, he pulls the spinning high-tension wires down. Helpless people on subway trains scream bug-eyed as he looks in on them. He picks up a bus and he throws it back down as he waves through the building-story center of town. Oh no! They say he's got to go, 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 Godzilla! Oh no! There goes Tokyo, go, go, Godzilla! Oh no! They say he's got to go, 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 Godzilla! Oh no! There goes Tokyo, go, go, Godzilla! History shows again and again how nature points out the folly of man. Godzilla! History shows again and again how nature points out the folly of man. Godzilla! History shows again and again how nature points out the folly of man. Godzilla! 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 History shows again and again how nature points out the folly of man. History shows again and again how nature points out the folly of man. History shows again and again how nature points out the folly of man. Godzilla!
Hello, this is Anagoji here, coming another live stream. This is the top 36 Godzilla tier list, and I'm not alone here, not by myself this time, making my gameplay series videos. This time I'm joined with someone who's been in my live streams before, I think like a month ago. I'm joined by Godzilla Vito.
Yo, what up?
What up? How you been?
I've been good, man. You?
I've been doing good. So, I'll be doing a top 36 Godzilla tier list, even though this is like a tier maker list. I don't know, I just adjusted it to make it like top 36 list.
Yeah, and we're doing it early because
Why not?
it's like that. Yeah, because why not?
Yeah, it's like 12 p.m. Well, it's early for me, not for you. I don't know what time it is over there.
No, as in early, as in like we're not doing it the 3rd of November, which is
yeah.
Godzilla's birthday.
Oh yeah, we're doing it early. I don't know, probably do like another updated tier list November 3rd. Or just try.
I don't know.
Well, actually, I am gonna try to do 10 seconds. Try to do a tier list of Godzilla in 5 seconds or less. or 10 seconds.
What? No way.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. It's gonna take me a while though.
That's impossible, man.
Hey, if Chris Cupers can do Godzilla review every Godzilla movie in 30 seconds less, but actually was it 10 seconds? I think it was 10 seconds.
No, that seemed more than that.
No, I think he did. Oh yeah, he did it in 15 seconds or less. No joke, he did it in 15 seconds or less, and he did it very quickly. It took him a couple tries, but he
Damn.
finally did it. So I can do it too. But this time I'm doing
Well,
the top 36. That's gonna take me forever. I'm gonna
well, we'll
pre-record
see how
that.
it goes.
I'm gonna pre-record that. Yeah, that'll be a pre-recorded
Right.
video.
Okay, we'll see about that then.
Okay, let's share the screen. Oh yeah. Okay. Give me a second. I got it here. There it is. Can you see it?
Hold on, it's charging. And now I can see it.
Okay. So, oh my god, now I can't see it. Let me let's this out a little bit. Let me try. Yeah, that looks. Oh my god, now it's too small. Yeah. Crap. I'm gonna have to adjust this. I had the same problem. Jesus Christ. Okay, let me try doing this. No, not that. No. Okay, let's just do this. You probably still hear our voice. You just won't see our faces because
Yeah, probably.
unless I do. I mean, oh wait, there we go. That's how we do it.
I mean, yeah, I mean that looks alright.
Yeah, I gotta do this. No, I gotta do this. This one looks easier, and I can actually see it.
Okay, if you say so.
Maybe. Nah, keep it at 67. Okay, there we go. Okay, ready to go.
Okay.
For everybody that's in chat, the one person who's in chat, probably my girlfriend. Okay. No joke. Okay. So let's start off with the bottom of the low. We already know what the bottom of the low is. If you didn't watch our video from last month, you already know what the bottom of the low is.
Oh god.
Yeah, but just put that there. And
Yeah, let's put it there and no argument. Just no argument. Godzilla's Revenge is a shit movie.
it's a piece of shit. And I'm pretty sure you have like this. I'm pretty sure that's your least favorite. So we probably agree on our least favorite there. Yeah, it's bad.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I will never watch that movie again unless I have
Wait,
a really bad day at work.
wait. So wait, we're starting to we're starting to put some of the movies at the F side.
Oh no, it just says F. But it's 30 to 36, so that's the bottom of the tier list, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like the bottom 7 is probably F, then 24 to 29 is D, 16 to 23 is C, 11 to 15 is B, 9 to 10 is A, and 1 to 8 is S.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you. Okay. So Godzilla's Revenge, absolute worst movie. It's a piece of shit. I will never watch this movie again. Unless I have a really bad day at work or I'm really frustrated. I'm never watching this movie again. Never. This movie, I cannot understand why anybody likes this movie. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway,
Nico's definitely triggered.
yeah, it makes me triggered. Okay, moving on. Let's move to the next lowest, the second to the low, and you're gonna be pretty surprised here. Guess what it is? Godzilla versus Ghidorah.
Okay, this is where we start to debate, I guess.
Yep. And just by the sound of your voice, I know why. Okay, I'm gonna let you go first and see your thoughts on Godzilla vs. Ghidorah.
Okay, Godzilla vs. Ghidorah. Okay, it's not a perfect movie, but it is a one scary, hell of a scary movie. Especially when you look at what Ghidorah does. Like, holy
Okay,
crap!
I won't
Honestly,
den- I won't deny Hidora is good presentation wise, and what he does in the movie is pretty cool. But design wise, he's not really original. He's just one big pile of sludge or one big pile of shit. He
don't
presentation
pile
wise, they do
shit.
what presentation wise they do him well. Like what he does throughout the movie, he literally kills people. And that scene where he turns people into skeletons still scares me to death. Oh boy. But when he's fighting Godzilla, it's pretty boring. They're just standing there the entire time, not fighting, just not moving, not doing anything. And let's not forget it. Okay, but Godzilla flying is worth a mention, though.
Oh yeah, the best scene of the entire movie, Godzilla flying.
Yeah, that is funny, and that's some. Even the DVD says that's something you don't see every day.
Of course. Honestly, I would have put Godzilla vs. Ghidorah at a C at least. It's not a perfect movie, but I don't think it's that horrible.
Yeah, but what place would you put it at? It's C, like what number?
Oh wait, okay, wait. I need to take a look at the numbers. Maybe probably 18.
In the middle? Eh,
Yeah, yeah, in the middle.
it's not uncommon. I know people who like Godzilla vs. Ghidorah. I just don't like it, and I'm not the only one. There's like a couple people who don't like it, but
Nah, yeah.
it's the weirdest Godzilla movie, and to be honest, it's probably second to the low for me. I cannot.
Nah,
Yeah, and plus,
okay.
every time I watch that movie, I just fall asleep. When I was a
Oh,
kid, I
okay.
loved the movie. I really loved the movie when I was little, but now that I've grown up, every time I try to watch that movie, I just fall asleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really not good. Anyway, let's move
Okay.
on.
Yeah, so
Continue.
what's the next one to be at the bottom?
You already know the answer to that, and you're probably gonna agree.
Wait, what is
Let's
it?
go to 1998.
Yeah, that's yeah, it's not a good one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you put it a little bit higher, though. Would you? Maybe not
I
like.
mean, I mean, the thing is that this movie, I mean, even if it wasn't a Godzilla movie, it's still pretty bad.
Yeah, even if you consider it a Zilla movie, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it's not good. I mean, Zilla is kind of pathetic, honestly. I mean, thank
I
God
think
for
you mean
the
wait. I
for
think you mean Godzilla, not Zilla,
oh
because
right, because this is supposed to be Godzilla, despite looking different and not even representing the character properly.
Zilla wasn't established until 2004, so we had to wait another 6 years for that. But no, this is Godzilla. This is our true Godzilla, and he looks nothing like Godzilla. He
And
doesn't
he
breathe
runs away,
fire.
and he runs away like a pussy when he gets fired by missiles.
Oh, and let's not forget the end. The best part of the movie that this is the best part that everybody talks about, and that my mom cries to. What the fuck? You know what I'm about to say. He
Yeah,
gets shot down by missiles. What the fuck?
the dude is indestructible, and missiles just fucking kill him.
Okay. Have they not watched any Godzilla movie prior to this?
Probably not.
I can understand the Showa movies because the military's aim was shit, but did you not watch the Heisei films before watching this movie? Like, seriously? Like, Toho at least had. I know at the time the Heisei films weren't available in 1998, but would you expect Toho to at least show them this these films before 1998, or at least show them every Godzilla film before 1998.
No, I don't know.
I'm just convinced Gene Emmerich and whatever his name, the guy who created, I forgot his name, Gene Emmerich, and what's his name again? I forgot his fucking name.
I don't know. It was something Tatopolis. I don't even remember.
Gene, no, I mean the director.
Oh, the director. I don't know. I don't even remember the director of that
I
movie.
think it's. I think the main director is Gene Emmerich. Yeah, Gene Emmerich, and the Topless. I think.
Yeah, yeah. Those were the people who worked around this
Yeah,
thing.
but the most people that give credit to this movie is Gene Emmerich, and fuck you, Gene Emmerich, for making a terrible movie. This movie is so bad. Every time I try to watch this, I just automatically skip to Godzilla the series.
Oh, right. Oh, someone just commented on the live stream. Hey, Ella.
Oh, that's my girlfriend.
Oh, hey, nice to meet you.
Mm. Mm.
Okay, so shall we move on?
Yeah, yeah. Continuing, but this movie's terrible and it's unwatchable.
Okay,
Moving
okay. So
on.
what's your next movie that you put on the bottom?
Uh oh, but first, what will you put Godzilla 1988? What do you
Oh,
put?
honestly, looking back, I mean, I won't say it's that terrible a movie, but it's not a good movie. Honestly, I would have put it at a D, and I would have put it at 29.
Eh, so probably the bottom eight. So D
Yeah,
minus. Yeah.
pretty much.
Maybe I have to watch this movie again, and maybe my opinion will change. But so I have to watch it with my mom because there's no way I'm watching this movie by myself. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And you already see what I'm holding. It's Godzilla.
Oh my god.
Oh, I gotta hear your opinion first.
Okay, first of all, this. Okay, I'm gonna complain about the anime trilogy later, but this movie. Oh my god. First of all, this movie is a fucking rehash of what the first movie did, and it didn't even had Mechagodzilla. Apart from
Oh, no,
giving
wait,
it a
no, wait,
shitty
wait, wait. You're
design.
wrong. No, wait. It has Mega Godzilla, but he's a city.
Oh yeah, because that's totally a good idea. Whole turn your robotic monster into a fucking city that does absolutely nothing.
Oh no, wait. It shoots harpoons,
It,
and
it doesn't. It doesn't even do shit against Godzilla.
yeah, except for keep him still with the liquid. I'm surprised that's
This.
so.
Oh no! This movie. I mean, I don't like. I freaking despise the anime trilogy, but this movie, God, it's awful.
Well, this is actually. I'm not gonna say anything yet. I'll get to those films when I get to them later on in the tier list. But City on the Edge of Battle, when I first saw it, I thought it was okay. Now that I rewatched it, it is terrible. I, I, oh, ooh. Oh my god. The only thing good about this movie is the animation and the Shinobi. That's about it.
Animation? What animation? There was absolutely no the animation
I mean,
in these movies are not really up to date.
to be fair, it's 3D animation anime, and I've seen a lot worse 3D animation anime. A lot worse. So if you think this is bad animation, go watch some 3D animation show, and you'll be probably saying, "Yeah, that was perfect."
Yeah. Okay. Good point. Anyway, what do you say? Apart from that, you also liked what?
Hmm? Oh, the
Wait. Apart.
Shobijin. The
Oh,
Shobijin.
this. Oh, right. Of course, the anime version of the Shoisen. Clearly not fan service. Clearly not turned them into freaking waifus.
Yeah, I will admit that they all kind of waifu, but I do kind of like the part that they don't talk that much. They
I
actually look
mean,
like they're part that they got some Morpha DNA in them. They actually kind of look original in design, and they kind of look like a hybrid between Morpha
and a human.
and a human. Yeah,
Yeah, I will admit that, but just their design. I'm sorry. It just of course of course since it's anime, you're literally going to get fan service and just waifu material,
It's
literally.
anime, and I'm so glad that. Well, if Godzilla Single Point was on this list, I should have got the other tier list. But if
You
Godzilla
should
Single
be.
if Godzilla Single Point was on this tier list, he'll probably be at S, and you would hate me so much.
Oh God, I this no. The singular point does the same. Doesn't even improve the problems that the anime trilogy had. If anything, this is another F for me. It's another F. Until actually no, wait. I'll be nice. I'll put this in a D. And until season two comes out, maybe my opinion will change. But otherwise, singular point is crap. It's very bad for me.
Yeah, yeah, I do understand why people hate it, but I like it. I saw it
It's
when it
an
aired.
it's annoying when people like it. They will always say to you, "Oh, you just don't understand the science. You're not smart at all." It's not a question. It's not a question of being smart. It's a question of like understanding the story. If I don't understand the story, then it's not a good thing.
I can kind of get a grasp on the story, mostly
Like
because I did get an A in psychology and science. So,
Oh, well, good for you. I mean, I'm not like a scientist, but what's with all the sciencey thing? I mean, that's the issue.
it
Apart
has to
from
do with
the
like time, mumbo jumbo equations and stuff. I don't know.
well, this
I can't
well
remember
that
that
was
much of my science
that
class.
well that was terribly explained, especially since the two main characters don't even feel like characters. They're just mouthpieces to just explain every single exposition in this anime.
But you do admit when a kaiju on screen, it does look good.
I mean, if there it would be if the designs were good. I mean, so far Anguirus is the in Salunga are the only ones who have a good design. Although Salunga kind of is a piece of shit because he's supposed to be an original monster, but instead they just fused the Baragon and Gabra.
I
At
don't
this
see.
point, they don't.
He
At this
doesn't
point, they
look like
don't.
Baragon to me. He looks more like Gabba, not Baragon. I don't see why people say he looks like Baragon.
I think it has to do with the things on his back that also come from Baragon, and maybe the horn.
I don't know. Gabba also had a horn, so eh.
I don't know. Let's just move on before we ramble too much on the anime.
Yeah. We're gonna get more to the anime later when we get to the
Oh
editor.
god.
Okay. I gotta remember what I put at my number 5. I think it was what was it? I drew a blank. Oh yeah, I remember what it was.
Oh, what is it?
A lot of people are gonna get mad that I put a Heisei film in F,
Oh god.
and it's this one.
What?
Yeah, yeah. I'm not a big fan of this film.
Chris will kill you if he saw this.
Yeah, he will. Oh
I
boy,
will
I know.
too, because I certainly do not agree with you. Space
Yeah,
Godzilla versus Space Godzilla was not that bad of a movie.
that's not Godzilla vs Space Godzilla. Godzilla vs Mothra Battle for Earth.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was Godzilla. Yeah, no, Godzilla versus Mothra, the Heisei version, not that good, honestly.
Yeah, but you kind of just spoiled the next one. Chris is gonna kill me for this. But
Honestly, Godzilla versus the Heisei version of Godzilla versus Mothra. I mean, it's not good, but it's not that bad either. Honestly, I would have put it in a C.
yeah, I wouldn't. I really found this film kind of bland and really, really bland because it just rehashes a better movie. Well, two better movies if you include Mothra.
Right, and also because although you do have Batra, he's a
Yeah,
cool monster.
and this film wasn't originally supposed to be like a Godzilla vs. Mothra film. It was originally supposed to be Mothra fighting Bagan.
Oh right.
But
Also,
it
you
got
have yeah. Also, this movie probably has some of the most boring human characters to follow. They absolutely serve no purpose in this movie.
I know. I think there's a couple more Godzilla movies with born human characters, but they're more interesting, to be honest.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, maybe as the more we continue, we can probably talk about that later.
Eh, but from the human characters, there's Indiana Jones ripoff. There's Indiana Jones ex girlfriend ripoff. This is basically Indiana Jones. Literally, it's Indiana Jones. Mets with Godzilla.
Nice, nice.
This whole movie reminds me of Indiana Jones every time I see the main character. Why? Just why?
I don't know. Let's just move on.
Yeah. And now I'm gonna get a lot of hate from Chris. Yeah.
Yeah, you're also gonna get hate from me because why is that? Why is no? It should be an F. At least for me, it should be an A.
Or no, I'm sorry, no. I do like Space Godzilla. I'll give the movie that. Space Godzilla is what saves this movie. That's the only thing that makes this movie good. But when Space Godzilla is not on screen, this movie is really hard to watch.
What?
Yeah. All the human scenes are pretty boring. And you can tell the kind of running of ideas. Even the final battle, as cool as the concept, as cool as some of the concepts are in the final battle, it's really long. And it gets dragged on way too long from a battle that should have been 15 minutes, went on for like 30 minutes. Oh my god. It's so long. That's not even including Moria fighting Space Godzilla by himself. It's literally like 30 minutes long. Oh,
Okay. Oh, your girlfriend just said in the chat, "I feel left out."
uh, mm,
Well, don't worry, you're not left out. It's just that we're rambling about these movies. Oh, I think you.
I
Yeah,
think
you
it's,
also asked. I think yeah, I think she also asked if Godzilla also had an anime. Yeah, Godzilla started is now starting to go to anime, and it's not good, honestly.
well, to be honest, the best anime Godzilla is the animated series.
Nah, wait, which one?
The 1998 to 2000 anime series. The
Oh
one
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah, the one with Zilla Jr. That's the only animated Godzilla that is good.
what about the Hanna-Barbera? That one was kind of good, even though I only
Meh,
saw like.
meh. I think it's a meh. For me, it's a meh.
But, but I will admit, I think when it comes to animated shows from Godzilla, it's Godzilla animated series, Singular Point, and the Hanna-Barbera. But I can't say much about the Hanna-Barbera because I only saw like the first 5 episodes.
Oh, okay. You're right. Let's just move on before we go off topic.
Yeah, but Space Godzilla. Space Godzilla is cool. He's the only thing that saves this movie. If Space Godzilla wasn't in this movie would be even lower. It'd probably be at like number 2. But because Space
Okay,
Godzilla is in
what?
this movie, he kind of saves it. Even though he's at an F, I do like Space Godzilla. He is a cool monster. He's the only good part of this movie. Actually, you know what? I'll put it at a D. I'll put it back
Oh
down.
yeah. Okay. Yeah,
I'll put
we're
it back.
starting.
I'll put it back down here. I'll put it at number 29 just to make people happy. I'll put it at a D. I'll put it at a D to make people happy.
Yay! Yay!
I put it at a D, but now I gotta think of a movie to put at number 5. At the bottom 5. Great. I guess Ever Hold Deep. Because that's pretty bad. Oof.
Wait, what's?
Ever
Wait,
Hold
what?
Godzilla vs. Sea Monster.
Oh, that. What do I say about this movie? I mean, again, it's. I mean, it's not perfect, but I don't think it's that bad.
It's not bad, but it's um it's actually it is pretty bad in my opinion, but it's the only thing that can probably I do kind of have a little bit of a soft spot because I saw this at G Fest. I think I can't remember. Yeah, I did see this at G Fest, and the audience reacted to this movie a lot. We were reacting they were doing the reaction throughout the whole movie, and that did make me kind of happy that I'm not the only one who likes Godzilla. Because I'm, besides me and my mom and maybe my sister, we're literally the only people who like Godzilla in this town.
Oh damn! I mean, you're not. I mean, you're not the only one. I feel like me, my sister, and maybe my mom, and where we belong and where we come from, we're probably the only people who like this or like Godzilla.
Except for the people from Wikizilla. Yeah.
Good point. Wait,
Yeah, but
what?
there's some people from Wikizilla who live in, like, you live in England, right?
No, I don't live in England. I live in France.
Oh, yeah, never mind. I'm way off, but Ebert Horror of the Deep is pretty. Without an audience, it's probably bad. Because watch.
Honestly, yeah.
Continue.
Okay, okay. Honestly, I would have put that movie at a C. I mean, it's not perfect, but I don't think it's that terrible.
What number, though?
Wait. Probably maybe a 19.
19? Really that
Yeah.
high? Wow, we got different opinions on movies. On these Godzilla movies.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why put numbers. I mean,
Well, I do kind of like doing that with my tier list when it comes to Godzilla
okay,
movies, at least. Yeah.
okay,
Maybe it's
okay,
maybe because I post this like a lot on Twitter.
okay. All right, let's continue.
Okay. Anyway, what's the next one? I'm trying to think what I can put at number 7. Because I was gonna put Space Godzilla at the bottom. Oh wait, I just remembered. I'm really not remembering these movies very well. Son of Godzilla, the introduction of
Oh,
Manila, the
Manila,
int-
the oh my god.
and you get to see where the series really fell off.
Yeah, because of course I was at this point where the son of like the son of Thing was basically becoming a thing, and they totally decided, oh well, there's a lot of people who be making movies regarding a son, the son of a certain character. Let's do that with our character.
Yeah, and instead of making his son look like Godzilla, and if you look at concept art, there actually is some Godzilla versions of a juvenile that actually look like Godzilla in the
Really,
concept art. But nope, they didn't decide to use that in the movie.
really,
Actually,
are you?
I'm not kidding. They had some concept art of Manila actually growing up. He starts out as Manila, the version you see throughout the whole movie. Then he grows up to a version that looks like Godzilla, a young, basically like Godzilla Jr. from the Heisei era. I'm not kidding. Look it up.
Oh my god! Wait, they never use that. They
They
never
never
use those
use.
concepts.
Nope.
Oh wow! You could have saved yourself money, Toho. You could have saved yourself, but you didn't.
You could have used like 2 suits, one for younger Godzilla, younger Manila, and one for teen Godzilla. But nope, you decided to use the most worst kaiju, second only to Gabba. But Son of Godzilla is, besides the
Terrible.
human, besides maybe couple of the human characters, this movie is pretty bad and pretty
Oh,
boring.
oh yeah, it's very boring as hell. I mean, what the human characters? Why are we even following them? They do absolutely nothing.
Actually, now thinking about it, you're kind of right about that.
What?
Besides, you're actually kind of right about that. Now thinking about it. Mm, mm,
Oh
yeah,
wait, besides causing a snowstorm, which why?
I don't know why they could. They really didn't need to do that. And plus, Godzilla's pretty much fine 4 years later after this movie.
Ugh. Let's continue.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess the next movie on the list. Oh, now we have Fishy plus the F list, and now we're in D. What's that?
Nice,
And you already know it's number 29, Space Godzilla. And I already said my
right?
piece on that, so I guess the next one is I'm also gonna get a lot of hate for this.
Oh boy.
Actually, no, not that one yet. This one, but they're back to back. Godzilla vs. Gigan
Oh,
at
Godzilla
number
versus Guy
28,
again.
and
Damn.
Godzilla vs. Megalon at number 27.
Oh.
The first two Gigan films at the bottom. At D, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that.
I
Ugh.
mean, honestly, I would have put these two at a C.
Yeah. What
Even though,
number?
honestly, I like Gigan better than Megalon.
Godzilla vs. Gigan better than Megalon? Actually, now
Yeah.
I watched that movie like a couple weeks ago, and now thinking about it, yeah, I think I'll maybe move that over a little bit. Yeah, there we go.
Although Jet Jaguar is a cool robot, not gonna lie, he is a cool
Yeah,
robot.
yeah, but
Even though the way Toho created him was kind of scummy.
yeah, they didn't even use his official design of Vet alone, and
Yeah,
he was.
they literally ruined a kid's dream by wanting his character to be in a Godzilla movie.
Yeah, but at least they use the same color patterns. At least, I guess
That's bullshit.
they use the same color patterns. They just don't use the official design.
Yeah, I mean, the design is kind of a. I mean, I'll admit it is a bit of a Ultraman ripoff, but not quite.
Yeah, even though there was like tons of Ultraman reports back then. There was like Mirror Man, Red Man, Green Man, how many, and God Man, and so many more. Yeah,
Right. Wait. Okay, wait. So your girlfriend posted in the chat. Some of the Godzilla movies are bad, but not all of them. Like 2017, not the anime. Was there a movie in 2017?
I think she's talking about the anime.
Well, because if you're talking about Shin, it's 2016.
She's off by a year. I think the reason why she said 2017 is because Shin Godzilla came out in the US in 2017 on DVD. Not that
Oh,
many
okay.
people saw Shin Godzilla in theaters when it came out in the US because it was a limited release. Why the fuck would you do that?
Right. Well, honestly, I was gonna say something about Shin, but I'll wait until we get to that point.
Oh, you're gonna be really mad when I get to that. And that, yeah.
Alright, let's
Anyway,
continue.
okay. So put those two at the bottom. I do like these films a little bit because of Jet Jaguar and Gigan.
Yeah, and the music
And
is also good.
yeah, I'll give it that. The music is good. But Megalon, I don't like at all. Why couldn't they just come up with a better original kaiju? Or maybe just have a different kaiju?
I don't
Anything
know.
but Megalon? Because,
I don't know. Most giant monsters tend to be bugs, nothing but insects.
yeah. We have this is like what, the third insect monster?
I don't know. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I know. Wait.
No, wait.
Yeah, it's kind of like the third because wait, no, he's the second because the third is Batra, and the fourth is Megaguirus.
Oh, wait, my bad. Mothra, Kamakiris, Kumonga, Megalon. Is that what considered an insect? Is that considered an insect? It's shrimp?
No, Kumong. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I forgot about Kamakuris. No, Kumonga is not an X. He's not an Exat. He's a spider, so he's an arachnophobe. I don't even know how to
Arachnid.
say. Yeah,
Arachnid.
there you go. Now, an arachnid.
Yeah,
That's what he is.
but he's basically a bug. Even though he has 8 legs, he's a bug.
Not really. Let's just continue.
Yeah, okay. But I have a soft spot for these movies because of Gigan and Jet Jaguar and Ghidorah and
Okay.
Anguirus and
Yeah,
Godzilla,
yeah.
of course. Anyway, I think the next one is. Oh boy. This is where we start to really, really disagree. You're not going to like me for this one.
Oh god.
Yep. And you already saw how many movies I put ahead of these.
Okay. I will admit the first. Okay, the fir- the first movie of that shitty trilogy I mean, it was okay. It was not good, but it was at least okay.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
I mean, honestly, it was boring as hell. For a movie that is called Monster Planet, you don't have a lot of monsters, huh? You only have Godzilla and these shitty dragons that don't really serve anything.
You mean to serve them? Well, actually, they're not.
Yeah,
Actually, they're not dragons. They have some Godzilla DNA in them.
and yet they look like freaking dragons.
Yep. Oh wait, you forgot about the Godzilla, the monsters montage in the beginning of the movie, and all those
Oh
monsters.
yeah, oh yeah, those monsters that were only there for freaking cameo.
Yep.
What a
And
way! What a way! What a way to lie to your advertisement, Toho.
they're dead in the manga. Not the manga. The novels. They're all dead. All the monsters are dead, killed by Godzilla, but in the military.
Right. This is bullshit.
Like literally, Godzilla killed them all. So did the military. So they're all dead. And Godzilla is the only one left standing, unless there's like some monsters on the Earth that are still there from the Great Monster War from 1989 to 2040.
I
I
don't
don't know.
know at this point.
But Planet of the Monsters is pretty. It's an okay start to a boring trilogy, except for one. It's
I
crude in
mean,
one.
yeah, it's an okay start, but it's not like a very good movie. It has a flaws. Actually, I think one of the biggest flaws of the anime trilogy is, well, obviously its characters.
Yeah, I will. Besides Mephius, who's like the only one who looks like he's actually trying to make it good, Mephius, and maybe the Shobijin. Actually, yeah, the Shobijin and Mephius. They're the only
Yeah,
ones who are actually trying to bring something to the role. They're the only ones actually trying. But besides them, no one else is trying. They're all pretty bland.
yeah, and Haru is so fucking annoying. Ugh. I want
I,
to kill Godzilla. I want to kill Godzilla. I want this motherfucking giant monster dead. That's literally his character.
yeah, and I thought Eren Yeager was well. I won't go that far. Eren Yeager
I mean,
does.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I will say Eren Yeager is a bit better until season 4, where he is a bit out of character. In my opinion, that's what I think.
It it kind of explains it later on, but it's not explained very well. Why he switched to evil. It's not explained
And
well.
why he fucked that, and why he thought that literally to have peace, you have to destroy the world. Like that meant I really don't like that mentality when it comes to
Yeah,
character.
I'm.
I like I get it. You want peace, and I'm
I'm
not saying I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying that Eren Yeager is a terrible character just because of that. I mean, it is work, I guess, for this type of like story, but but it's a mentality that I really don't get. Like, how can you have peace by destroying the world and using the one thing that humanity is practically fighting against?
the Titans.
Right.
But actually, the Devil's Islands fight against the Titans, or whatever the name of the island is. Devil's Island, that's what they call it in season 4. But the rest of the world is using the Titans for weapons. So maybe that's why Eren changes sides because they're using Titans as weapons.
I guess so. But even then, that's genocide, and genocide should not be a good thing.
Yeah. We
Or
can,
maybe it's just me. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. I just see it. I'm just taking it too seriously. I don't know.
would he at least want to at least try to stop people who are creating the Titans, not destroy the whole world?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah,
Let's just move on before we go out of yeah.
yeah, but Monster. But moving back to the topic at hand, like Monster Planet, it's okay. Start. It's not bad. It's not good. I did put it at D, so
Right.
eh. It's. Mm. I would put it at C minus, but now thinking about it, nah, it doesn't.
What?
I wouldn't put it at C minus. I'll put it at D. D.
Right. Okay, yeah. So okay, what's the next movie to be at the
Wait,
D?
not that one. I'm trying to think. Wait, 29, 28, 27, 26. Oh crap! I got three more. I'm trying to think. Now it gets very hard because I forgot my tier list.
Oh god, well, like I don't know, just I don't know, go back to your Twitter account and just look at every post that you did and try to fight it again.
Yeah, but my opinions have changed, so it's gonna be
Oh,
different.
damn.
Yeah. Fuck. I watch these movies a lot, so yeah. Fuck. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna start. Okay, I'm gonna start. I get it. The time travel thing was, I guess, was pretty confusing, and
No, I
even
can.
and
No, it's not even the time travel thing. It's just the movie. I
really,
Yeah, the movie is pretty boring if you think about it. Excluding the time
what?
travel scene, nothing much happens. Godzilla just walks until he hits Ghidorah, and the fight is good, but then he destroys the city like we haven't seen tons of times before. And that's what he does
And
until
what?
Mecha.
And I thought that was the best part of every Godzilla movie. Godzilla destroying a city.
Yeah, but it gets kind of old after a little bit, and they're basically just repeating the same shots from the previous movie, just a
Wait,
different
they are?
angle. Yeah, they're repeating the same shots. They're just filming new scenes, but repeating the same shots from a different movie.
Damn.
If you
Damn.
look at them back to back, they look very similar in shots, but it's a different movie.
Yeah. Honestly, I would have put that at a S. I love this movie.
Yeah,
Honestly, having another cool idea, turning Ghidorah into a cyborg. That's awesome.
yeah, that is cool. I will admit that.
And honestly, it's a movie, and also it's a movie that also gets to the point of like Godzilla's origin and also the tragedy behind them.
Yeah, I will admit that. But the only good thing about this movie is the reveal of Godzilla's origin and Mecha King Ghidorah. That's about it. The human
Alright.
characters are kind of bland, and Mickey, even though this is the first returning role, and she's not used well as she would be used two movies later.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, out of every cast of the Heisei era, she's the only one I remember. The others, I barely remember them.
That's because her names are hard to pronounce, like most Japanese names.
Yeah, and also because like the Showa era, they don't. It's a different character. It's no longer. It's not the same character.
Yeah, but at least in Heisei era, they try to use different actors instead of using recycling actors for each movie.
Okay, yeah, you have a good point there.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's next?
Oh, I'm also gonna get a lot of hate for this one.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of it.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Wait.
Where is it? Here it is. Oh boy. Monster Zero.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I've lost everybody. I've lost completely everybody with that movie. Wait,
Pretty much.
27, 26, 25, 24. And that completes D. And oh boy, I've lost everybody. But let me explain. Let me explain first.
All right, explain. What is your excuse?
Besides Nick Adams, who gives everything this movie, and besides Fuji, name one character besides the Zillions too in this movie.
Zillion one.
No. That's an a zillion. Name a character besides those four.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know. I don't
yeah.
know.
Name at least one character trait besides the fact that the Azilian girl is dating Nick Adams. Besides that fact, which that romance plot made no sense. It didn't need to be in the entire movie. It played no role into like the final act. But you could just put that out and nothing would change.
Yeah, I
So
don't know. I feel
plus,
like their romance was a bit bland.
yeah, but it is kind of nice that we actually get like a romance between human characters because we don't see that a lot in Godzilla movies.
Yeah, yeah, I will give you a good point there. The romance you don't usually see romance in Godzilla movies. Honestly, I would say this romance is definitely better than what we got in the what's American movie? The wait, which one?
The 1998.
Yeah, it's
Actually,
better than those fucking two, and even better than Haru and the other girl in the anime trilogy.
actually, now think about it, there are a lot of romances in Godzilla movies.
Right.
Yeah, we just don't realize it.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I'll be right back. I need to do the thing that I
Okay,
told you. Right, so you can continue. Then when I'm back, I'll see what you put.
okay. Yeah. Anyway, that's Invasion of the Astro Monsters. It's pretty bland, pretty boring. The only characters I can remember is Nick Adams, Fuji, and the Izulians and the Izilian lady. But besides that, this movie's pretty bland. I can't remember Ghidorah. The fights with Ghidorah and Godzilla. I know people said it's better than Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monsters. It's not. It's really not. It's just boring. I have. It's not as bad as the ones in F, but it's. Eh, eh, eh. It's D plus material, but it's boring as hell. Anyway, with that out of the way, we go on to C. And starting with C, we have G14. I'm gonna piss off a lot of Monsterverse fans with that. Yeah. G14 at number 23. Yeah. Okay. uh where do I start with this film besides the fact that this movie is boring as hell? Like I will say this movie does have a soft spot for me, just like Godzilla vs. Megalon, Godzilla vs. Gigan, because reason why Godzilla vs. Megalon, Godzilla vs. Gigan have a soft spot because Gigan's in it. But this movie does have a really, really soft spot for me because this is the first Godzilla movie I saw in theaters, and I absolutely loved it back then. It was like way higher back then, and when there were way faster movies. It was one of my favorite Godzilla movies. But now, after rewatching it a couple times, actually a lot of times, it got really boring. Like the human characters are bland. Besides not Ren Serizawa, Ishio Serizawa and Brian Cranston's character, there really aren't that many more characters. Besides, I guess Dr. Grant. I think their name's Grant. Is it Grant? I think it's Dr. Grant. Yeah. So Serizawa's sidekick girl, whatever her name was, I think it's Dr. Grant. But besides them, these characters are probably one of the most blandest and boring character. They're so bland, especially the main character. Oh my god, Full Ploy looks like he's not interested in the role entire bit. And what makes it even sadder, he'll do a better role a year later. And say what you want about Avengers: Age of Ultron, but the guy who played Full Ability and he also played Quicksilver in Avengers: Age of Ultron. At least he looked like he actually cared about that role. Nope, in this movie he doesn't give a crap because it's Godzilla. And I will admit it's way beyond that movie of Godzilla 1998. It's way beyond that. And I just find this movie boring. It's boring as hell. It's boring. It's bland. It's boring. And with that out of the way, let's move on to number 22. And I think I'm gonna wait for this one a little bit. So let's play some videos real quick before I actually go back to that one. Because I do want to see his reaction. I do want to see his reaction to this. I'm so evil. I'm gonna wait for this one. Because you know which one it is. This one. The one I'm pointing at. Oh boy. I'm gonna piss some people off that one. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna put on some music. Maybe some copyright. Yeah, maybe put on the Kenshin soundtrack. Maybe put on the Kenshin soundtrack until it comes back. No. I'm just gonna play some Godzilla Rapid Hybrid soundtrack until it comes back. Okay. Kind of waiting to see what his reaction is. I'm wondering what his reaction's gonna be. Boy. You know what? I'm just gonna put it there and see what his reaction is. That put it right there. Oh boy. I'm gonna make a lot of people mad with that. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ooh boy. I'm gonna make a lot of people mad with that. A lot of people. But I'm gonna wait. We're gonna get back to that one when we get to that one. I'm gonna go back to that one later on. But basically, short stats on Godzilla Planet Eater. It's actually pretty good and pretty. Even though it's not the best Godzilla film, I do actually really enjoy this film. This film is, even though it's pretty average, it does bring some unique things to it. The whole religious thing is actually pretty interesting and philosophical thing.
What the fuck?
Yep, you saw it. Oh, I ruined Godzilla Reader. I ruined him. I ruined
Are
him.
you kidding me?
I broken him. I broken him. I have broken Godzilla Reader. I've broken him. I have broken him. I have broken him. Yeah. Oh, just. Oh my god. Yep. I put these two on the low end. And I put Godzilla plenty above G14. A lot of people are going to hate me for that. Yep, lots and lots of people are going to hate me for that. I think Godzilla is trying to calm down for that. Oh boy. You okay, Godzilla, are you ready? Are you ready? You ready to say your thoughts?
Wait, no, not yet. I'm just as at the moment as I'm taking care of the cage of my rabbit, I see this.
Yep.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Oh my god. It's gonna be places when I hear his thoughts. But basically, reason why I picked Planet because at least the actually everybody's giving it the best, and Haro actually tries in this movie. For once, he actually tries to be an interesting character, and everybody actually gives it the best for the final Godzilla movie. Not the final Godzilla movie, for the final nail in the coffin in the anime trilogy. Everybody tries to give it the best in the last movie because pretty sure none of them are coming back after this. After what was the anime trilogy, but I do really enjoy this film. And Ghidorah, eh, before they show Noodle Ghidorah, when he actually showed the silhouette and him chopping off heads, just the silhouette, that's pretty scary. Literally chopping off heads. And you even see a scene of, well, a dream sequence. Thank God I wasn't in the movie. Thank God that was in the final scene of one of the Shobiden sisters getting their head chopped off in a pool, and you only see their head. Yeah, that's some pretty scary stuff. Yeah, and you go,
Okay, I'm a little bit back right now. I'm still taking care of my rabbit, but I can still say what I think of this.
okay, say thoughts on G14 and then Planet Eater.
All right, so G14, I can understand. In my opinion, this movie is probably the weakest out of the entire movie of the MonsterVerse.
It is, to be honest.
Although I wouldn't put it at a C. I honestly I would have put it at a B if I ever read.
Uh,
Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay. But yeah, like I was said, I would put that movie at a C. No, not at a C, but at a B, honestly, because, well, it's basically showing that the Americans actually fixed their mistake.
yeah, they did. They really did. I will admit it's a lot better than Godzilla 1988, but it's still not being good at being the perfect Godzilla movie, in my opinion. Not we get well, there is another Godzilla movie that's not on the list yet that I do agree is the best American Godzilla movie, and probably there's no topping that American Godzilla movie. I'm not gonna say how high I put it, but it's gonna be pretty high. Yep, you already know what that is.
Ooh, yeah. And as for Planet Eater, F. I don't give a shit. F. This movie is by far the worst climax. Literally the worst climax to have. Ghidorah's design is freaky. It's good, but it's not Ghidorah. And the battle isn't even a battle at all.
Yeah, I will admit the battle's probably the worst Godzilla fight ever. Only second
And
to the giant condor.
Right. Also, I disagree with you saying that they tried with Haruo. They didn't try. I mean, Haruo doesn't even go for development. Like the ending clearly shows that even after all of this, he doesn't go for development. He still hates Godzilla, which is
Well, he actually doesn't hate Godzilla. The reason why he kills himself is to stop Ghidorah from coming back. That's
well, shouldn't be more easier to just change? It's not difficult. He's no longer living in a world of like pain or suffering. He could change. It's not difficult.
yeah, but yeah, I will admit the ending could have been done better. You could have Holdo look up at Godzilla and says, "I forgive you." I guess that would have made a better ending, and you see Holdo grow old.
Man, I don't know.
That
I mean,
probably would have
oh
made a
my
better
god! But
ending.
probably the worst part is the fact that he literally abandons his wife and his pregnant and his unborn child.
Yeah, I will admit
That's
that.
that's what I think is bullshit.
Mm,
Also, apparently there was supposed to be a romance between Horo and one of the Shobijins. Great romance that seemed to last only 1 second.
well, actually, both of Shobjin.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, because for whatever reason they like him. Like,
No, one of them falls in love in that movie, but one of them actually slept with them in the first anime movie.
oh
Not a lot of
yeah.
people know that.
Wait, what?
You remember when? Yeah, I. You know how they put the silk on people? Yeah, guess how they did that.
Oh my! I
Well,
need a minute. I
not
need a
actually,
minute. I need a.
not actually have. Yeah, uh, yeah. Well, maybe not actually like have sex with them. I'm guessing they put like they shave the. I don't want to know how they do that. I honestly don't want to know. I don't want to know if she actually um, something that I can't say that won't get me demonetized. So getting it on, but it's not it. Yeah, what they say in the movie. I know the translation and the dub make it sound pretty bad, but it's. I'm assuming she just put some of her scales into an herb. I guess I don't think she actually did it, but what they say in the movie, it kind of makes it sound like they. Oh, just thinking about it, kind of makes it sound really bad. Yeah, yeah. Moving on. This movie, in my opinion, is not as bad as people say it is. It's really not, and it's probably the best out of the anime trilogy. But that's not saying much compared to the other two, especially the second one. So moving on, we go to the next spot on the list, which is going to surprise everybody, and it's going to make Nico really, really mad that I put this high among so many other Godzilla movies. It's going to make him really, really, really mad. I know I put this at D earlier, but I've seen this movie again, and actually, you know what? You know what? Let's make Nico really mad. Let's make him really mad. Let's make him really mad. I know something that'll make him really, really, really mad.
Okay, I'm back. Just had to get that out of my mind that there was actually a sex scene in Godzilla anime with the freaking Shobijins. I mean, this movie kind of clarifies the fact that the Shobins and their design are literally fan service.
Yeah. But actually, I don't think
Oh,
they actually. I hope they didn't do it. That would just be wrong.
let's just move on. You said it's something that would piss off Nico. I think I know what it is.
Yeah. I put this so high. I put this high above 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 other Godzilla movies. I put this high, so high above those 15. It's gonna make Nico really, really mad. I should probably stop delaying it, but here we go. I'm gonna make. He's probably gonna block me now. Godzilla Reigns Again at number 21. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and you'll probably agree with me on this one. You put it at C, right? Mm.
Yeah, honestly, I would have put it at a C.
Yeah, probably at the same spot too. Yeah, at 21, I guess. Mm.
Right.
Yeah, but it's pretty. It's actually pretty good, and it's a good follow up to the 1954 movie. Even though it's not perfect, it's far from perfect, but it's way, way far from bad. I don't understand why people hate this movie so much. I really don't get it. And people say
It,
this is the
it,
worst Godzilla movie.
Godzilla, yeah, but Godzilla's Revenge or the anime trilogy says otherwise.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Godzilla Reigns Again is a lot better than actually a lot of Godzilla movies, to be honest.
mm, I don't know.
To be honest, compared to like a lot of Showa movies, like how many Showa movies I got in like the one, two,
I have no idea. I have no idea.
four, five, six, seven. Compared to seven of the Showa Godzilla movies, this is probably like in the middle for me compared to Showa Godzilla. Yeah, it's probably in the middle compared to a lot of Showa Godzilla movies. Because a lot of the Showa era, it does kind of seem like rehash of doing stuff from the previous movie. A lot of them, and then the stuff that they do that is new doesn't feel like it's new. Just feels like have a monster fight. But at least this movie, it introduces the fight, and hey, what do you know? There's an original kaiju, and it actually looks pretty cool. Granted, he does get a better design in 1968 in the Showa Monsters. He gets a better design there, but Reigns Again, Anguirus does look pretty cool. And fun fact: the the carapace on his back, was originally supposed to split in two and was supposed to go up, but they scrapped that because it kept on falling off. And you can still see in some shots. You can still see in some shots in the movie that you can see the twin carapace splitting.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
And speaking of Anguirus and Godzilla, actually speaking of Godzilla, it's kind of vague where he comes from. The origin's not really explained very well. You would expect them to a follow up that the second Godzilla will come from somewhere, but looking at history, there weren't that many nuclear bomb testing in 1955. I guess you can say he was mutated from a dinosaur. Another dinosaur was mutated from the fallout of Castle Bravo, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably the only explanation we get for this version.
Yeah. Or maybe he was just there on that island and never. Maybe he's the son of Godzilla. Well, he actually is the son of Godzilla. The original son of Godzilla. Hey, wait! They did the Son of Godzilla before Son of Godzilla actually came out. Huh, never realized that.
Oh god.
They did the Son of Godzilla before Son of Godzilla came out.
Right.
'Cause
Okay,
it's-
so I guess we. Yeah.
Continue.
No, you can continue.
Oh, I guess this is the first Son of Godzilla, even though it's not actually the Son of Godzilla. They just call him Godzilla. But,
Who knows?
But it's not really explained if this is actually his son or just a different Godzilla, so it doesn't really. It's more funnier to think that this is his son.
Oh god. Right. Let's just continue.
So there's three Godzillas in the show era. Anyway, I do think this movie is pretty good. To be honest, it's far from perfect, but it's very far from bad. I don't understand why people hate this movie, and I think the only reason why people hate this movie is because of Matt from not to this quick credit, Matt from Monstrosities review on Godzilla Reigns Again. I laughed
Oh, boy,
in
here
that
we go with
video.
that.
I actually like that review. It's pretty funny, but I think after that review came out, a lot of people started hating this movie. That's the only reason why people hate Godzilla Reigns Again. because there weren't that many people hating Godzilla Raids Again. Yeah, there was a couple, but not. But most people liked that movie. But then a ton of people started hating that movie after that review came out. Yeah,
Who knows the real reason? The real reason where they're gonna be known?
yeah. I'm just gonna
Let's
blame
just
Matt for
continue.
that. Yeah,
Oh god, you're just gonna blame it, and you literally had to collab with him.
yeah. And hey, I do like collabs with him once a month. Mm, yeah, I go on streams like once a month. He probably hope he doesn't watch this video.
Let's just continue.
Yeah, okay. And the next one is where is it? Wait am I at? 23, 22, 21. Destroy All Monsters.
Oh,
The final Godzilla movie, the first in the
but
trilogy of final Godzilla movies.
it's not.
Actually, the first in the 5-ology of final Godzilla movies. The first one, Destroy All Monsters, which you expect them to go out with a bang. You expect them to go out big. Nope, it's just Destroy All cameos. Most of the monsters, most of the monsters don't really do anything, and the scene and the destruction scenes they do show on monitors. And the one destruction scene that is actually one of the highlights of the movie, only second to the final battle, is pretty good, but it's ruined by the fact that the military can't aim towards shit.
Right.
And the human characters, they're actually a little bit better. They actually did get a good cast for this human character. They
Right,
actually,
and they actually do things.
yeah, and even though like one of the main characters is basically the same character from Son of Godzilla and Invasion of the Astro Monster,
Right.
it's still pretty good. And I like how they use Ghidorah as like a final weapon
Yeah,
against all
because
the
he's the he's
monsters.
yeah, because he's the powerful Godzilla's most powerful enemy.
Yeah, I do count. Actually, I do think this is like the best use of the Showa Ghidorah, but not including the first Ghidorah movie. This is like the second best use of this Ghidorah because they use him as like a final weapon against all these monsters as a last resort in case
Yeah,
all else goes fails.
right. And even though Ghidorah got his ass kicked, he still put up an impressive fight.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, this just shows how powerful he is.
Yeah, he doesn't get his ass beat until like the end of the fight. Like I think the last 2 minutes, he does get ass beat, but throughout most of the fight, puts he puts up a pretty good fight.
Right.
And actually, I think this is like one of my favorite Godzilla fights. Like the final Ghidorah versus everyone. That's probably one of the best battles.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I gotta agree. Yeah. Ghidorah versus everyone. Definitely the best battle.
There's only
If
like
only they included Varen, Baragon, and Manda in this.
the only battle I think that is better than that battle is in my favorite movie of all time. Yeah, and you already know what I'm gonna say with that one. Everybody already
Right.
knows about my favorite Godzilla movie of all time. I've said it many times.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Right. Let's continue.
I think the next one is I'm at 20. Oh, look at that! We got into the first Millennium movie.
Oh boy.
It's Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. Whoa, boy! We started with a high one.
Oh yeah. I will definitely put that at a C. I mean, it's not bad, but still has
Yeah,
a bit of a problem.
yeah.
Megaguirus is a cool monster. The fight scenes are pretty cool.
Actually,
Godzilla was cool too.
speaking of the fight, this is besides the Mega Nuon fight. I think that fight Godzilla just basically standing there as he's like swats these buzz like, but he does have a pretty good butt spray with his fire. This is some breath. That's a pretty good butt spray.
Right.
I wish I had that butt spray. I can give rid of a lot of spiders at work, like that's around the building. Even though
Right. You're gonna be like, oh, you wanna fuck me? Burn to death, motherfucker!
as I burn down the building.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Anyway, but I will admit the final battle between Godzilla and Mechagodzilla is probably the highlight of the movie. It
Oh
is
yeah,
it is so fun, and it's probably one of the best Millennium Godzilla fights. Oh my god, it's
yeah,
so fun.
definitely. Yeah, it was definitely the highlight of the movie, which is kind of a shame because Mega Gears herself kind of felt like a background character.
Yeah, she
Wait, was she felt like what? How do you call them? A secondary. Secondary is the right word.
basically destroyer.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay. No. Nico. No, that's bullcrap. Destroyer. At least the humans actually knew how much of a threat Destroyer was. With Mega Geras, they don't give a shit. Mega Geras is attacking. Is literally attacking and killing people. They just don't give a shit.
Uh, Maze because the attacks are so they're not really known. Mega the Mega Nulon doesn't really do anything. He doesn't when he actually attacks people, he does it silently. So there's not that many people around to notice the attacks. I'm pretty sure he eats everything. I'm pretty sure bugs eat the bone too. So
Right, but yeah, but just the fact that these things are literally like they're not hard to miss, and even when Mega Geras appears,
or the Mega
they
Nula.
really yeah, but even when yeah, but after when Mega Geras also appears, they just don't give a shit. At least Destroyer actually did stuff, and the humans actually were like, oh shit, we got another problem to solve. With Mega Geras, yeah, she's just annoying. Let's just ignore her.
And where does she go after her first attack? Like, where is she hiding?
I don't know.
Like, is she hiding in a cave in Mount Fuji or something? Where is she hiding before the final battle? That part really
I
bugged me. Like,
Pro, well, you said it, but that part really bugged me, and Mega Geras is a bug.
anyway, I do really enjoy the final battle though. Besides the issues with Mechagodzilla, even though she's not in the movie that much, but when she's in the movie, she's pretty much the highlight of the movie, especially the final battle, which is honestly
Right.
the best battle.
Yeah.
And the movie
I
is
guess,
actually,
like, yeah.
but not including Mechagodzilla, the movie itself is actually pretty decent.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah, but I would say that, yeah, it is decent, although that doesn't change the fact that it doesn't really have the best cast of characters, huh?
yeah, I will admit that. I do like,
Especially the main girl, like, her character arc is non-existent.
yeah, she doesn't really go through character arc. She just wants to get on. It's actually this is one of the, I think one of the first character. No, that was the second character. The second character that had a revenge arc against Godzilla. But this is the first female character who wanted a revenge arc against Godzilla. Actually, I think there's
Yeah,
only
but I don't know.
yeah, but I think there's actually only two female characters who wanted revenge against Godzilla.
Yeah, I feel like it's only her. The next girl from what's her name like
Akane.
From the yeah, Kane from Kiryu. She I won't say I won't really say that she had a revenge because after literally that incident, she was kind of like more like depressed and I guess you could say also had PTSD if that's the right word to use.
She didn't have PSC. She was just depressed. It's not. That's not what PSD is. The
Yeah, okay, I'm stupid.
I think she just went to depress. I think she basically had depression and was regretting a lot. That's not PSD. PSD
Yeah,
is something
what?
else.
Yeah, what the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah, she was very depressed that to the point that she felt like her life was just not even worth.
and uh, and she feel like killing Godzilla will say make those deaths. What's the word I'm looking for? Make those deaths that the people that Godzilla crushed to death. Make
Yeah,
the death. Make the death
avenged.
event. No, make the death not in vain. I guess I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
Something like that.
yeah. But unlike the girl in Megaguirus, Akane actually goes through character development.
Actually, she's one of my favorite characters of that, to be honest. But we'll get to that movie when
Yeah,
we get to it.
right. Let's
but
let's just move on.
but Mechagodzilla is an alright movie. That's why I put it at 19. It's right in the middle for me.
Right.
And speaking in the middle, we got another Millennium era movie. And it's probably. Oh, fuck. I forgot to tell him. Oh, no, wait. I'm getting to that soon.
Oh, Tokyo SOS.
Yeah. I'm going to surprise a lot of people with that. I know a lot of people like this movie.
I mean,
But.
I like it.
But I did put it at C and in the middle. So give me that. I don't hate it entirely. I just think it's pretty average. And I do think. Oh, I think those two Millennium movies are probably a pretty good start for people who want to get into Godzilla. Those two,
Yeah, definitely.
especially Tokyo SOS, because I hear so many people talk about this movie saying it's one of the best Mechagodzilla movies. I disagree, in my opinion. It is pretty good, though. I will admit that. And Kiryu is always awesome. He is one of my favorite Mechagodzillas. Actually, he is my favorite Mechagodzilla. He is one of the best Mechagodzillas. And it's so badass in this movie. And I know people say Godzilla is pretty weak in this movie. I really don't see that. I don't know if
yeah,
that's
yeah. That's I don't understand why people always tend to say that the 2002 to 2003 Godzilla was weak. If that's the case, Kiryu wouldn't have any issue beating him.
yeah. He always needs
I,
like the humans' help to beat Godzilla.
yeah,
And
I feel like the only weakness this Godzilla has is that he cannot heal himself because in Tokyo SOS he basically has a scar that he had from the first movie.
yeah, I think yeah, but that was due to like a mechanical, but that was due to an absolute zero cannon. So it's gonna take a while for a scar to heal, especially from a blast that big. Like, did you see what happened in Godzilla against Mechagodzilla
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
at the end of the movie? Yeah, and I think Kiyu got it way worse than Godzilla did. Like,
Yeah, that's true. I mean, this guy just keeps getting his ass kicked.
yeah, Kiyu got it way worse than Godzilla did. Like,
Right.
he's missing his arm and the absolute zero cannon, so he got it way worse.
Yeah. Also, I may be biased, but I think the best Mecha Godzilla movie was the original one.
Yeah, I'm about to get that in a couple movies later,
Right,
but
okay. All right. Let's continue.
and also Mafa's the best character. This is the best Mafa.
Oh, oh yeah. I mean, Mothra has always been best character.
But this is the best version of Mothra, even though this Mothra is used in the Nets movie and totally two different Mothras, so that's a bit confusing. And one Mothra is bigger than the other. This one's only 42 meters, and the Nets Mothra is 72 meters, so basically has a growth spurt and somehow comes back to life. I don't understand that part, but that's in separate continuity.
Yeah, yeah. Let's just ignore that because it's obviously separate continuity.
Okay. Next movie is I'm at 18. Is Demon's gonna hate me for this one.
I don't know. Oh, that okay. Actually, I actually agree with you with this one.
Yeah, I'll put it at you
Oh,
put it at 17 too.
yeah. I mean, looking back at this movie, I mean, I don't know. I don't really see it as a masterpiece anymore, if I'm being honest.
To be honest, I do watch this movie a lot, and it is a good first Godzilla movie to show people, even though it's kind of cheesy, and it
Yeah, that
will.
actually, yeah, that's one of the problem with this movie. It's too damn cheesy.
Yeah, but but the cheesiness of this movie, like a lot of other Showa Godzilla movies later on, at least the cheesiness is so cheesy it's funny. Yeah,
I don't know. The Kong suit in that movie, ugh,
yeah.
probably
I don't,
the worst design of the character.
I don't know. King Kong Escapes is pretty bad.
Oh come on, King Kong Escapes looks better.
I don't know. I hate that one a lot more than this one.
Right. Also, I don't. One thing that is kind of weird is the fact that he can use electricity. I mean, I cannot. I get why, because it was originally supposed to be Frankenstein, but it was
Yeah, there
changed.
was two proposed ideas for this movie. It was originally supposed to be the first proposed idea was King Kong versus Frankenstein, but then they changed it to Godzilla versus Frankenstein, and then they decided, wait, why not have King Kong fight Godzilla? That makes more sense, and it will make a lot more money.
Yeah, good point. But let's just. I guess the only way for this ape to defeat the king of the monsters is to give him electricity, because that makes sense. I mean, yeah, it's fiction, but since when the King Kong, a giant mammal, is able to use electricity? That's, if anything,
Oh,
that's just 'cause it's convenient. It's just so convenient that he has this ability.
I think they only use that to have King Kong win because Godzilla at the time was still new, and Kong was a lot older at the time and had more fans in America. So
Yeah, that's true, and also because Japan still kind of demonized Godzilla, especially with the 1954 movie.
not really, in my opinion. But this Godzilla probably would have beaten Kong if it wasn't for the electricity.
Yeah, that would be that kind of would be the case, huh?
Yeah, but this movie is pretty cheesy in a good way, and it's pretty fun. It's pretty good.
Yeah, although it's not really a masterpiece,
I
if I'm
will
being
agree with
honest.
that. It's not a masterpiece,
It
and
it has its flaws.
hopefully Demon doesn't see this
Oh
stream.
God. And yeah, and let's hope that Kaiju Legends also doesn't see this stream.
Oh, he likes this movie too. Oh my god, I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I'm gonna get D-Man's fans and Daikaiju Legends fans on me.
Oh my God.
Oh boy, I'm gonna get a
Okay,
lot of
what's
hate for
next?
this. Oh, the second week is actually I do like this movie a lot, and does this movie does kind of hold a soft spot because I actually got to meet the fun. I actually got to meet one of the actors to this movie
Oh, nice.
at G Fest. This year's G Fest.
Terra Godzilla? Honestly, I would have put that as an A,
Yeah,
along with Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla.
yeah. I would put it at A, but it's a little bit of a downgrade from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's a little bit of an upgrade, considering that this movie actually kind of takes itself seriously. Like, it's no like normal. I guess. I mean, yeah,
No,
the cheesiness is still there because of the fight scene, but that's meh. That's not like a
the
big
only
deal.
actually, I think the only cheesiness is the black hole alien suits and
Oh, right.
Titanosaurus reaping up Godzilla with his mouth. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I
literally.
don't. I. Yeah. I guess you could say those are the only cheesy things of this movie.
But besides that, there really aren't that many cheesy scenes in this movie. It's pretty
Yeah,
dark.
yeah, that's what I like. It's actually dark. It takes itself seriously. Not saying that the Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla didn't take itself seriously, but this one actually does go with a very dark theme.
Actually, maybe put that back down there. I have to change my mind now. Now thinking about it, I'm gonna put that at a B. Let me put. I'm sorry, Godzilla 2000. Forgive me.
What? What?
I know. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Two
Godzilla 2.
thousand?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now
You
thinking
kidding
about.
me? The first movie of the Millennium era, and it gets a C. I would put it at an S. That's a pure S.
I know, but don't get me wrong. I really enjoy this movie. I watch it a ton, but if you watch the Japanese version, eh, yeah, for people who hate the American version, don't watch the Japanese version. You're gonna hate it a lot more.
Wait, what? Wait, what's wrong? What's wrong with
If you
both versions?
No, I like the English version. It's a lot better. But I saw the Japanese version. Oh boy, there's barely any soundtrack.
Oh yeah, I will admit that honestly the only soundtrack I remember I don't really remember that much of the soundtrack in the Japanese version.
It's
However,
because it's
in the
because
English version, wait, what?
that's because the soundtrack wasn't in the Japanese version.
Oh,
There
okay.
was no soundtrack in the Japanese version. There was a lot of quiet moments. A lot of
Oh,
quiet moments.
that explains.
Yeah.
Honestly, in the only soundtrack that I remember in the English version was the fight between Godzilla and Orga.
Yeah, and the opening soundtrack, that do 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 do
Oh right, yeah,
which is actually the
yeah,
best
yeah, yeah,
soundtrack in the movie,
yeah, yeah.
and the fight with
O-
Olga.
Yeah, Orga is by far a cool, pretty cool monster.
And for the first fight of the Millennium Era, it's a pretty decent fight. I wouldn't say it's the best fight, it, but it is pretty decent for beginning for the beginning fight of the show era. Not the show era, the Millennium Era. Why did I say show
Yeah, yeah,
era?
yeah.
For the Millennium Era, it is a pretty decent fight. I will give it that. It's pretty good for a first fight of the Millennium Era. But
I will admit that Orga is a bit creepy as a character.
and basically, and people say it looks like the head kind of looks like Zilla a little bit.
Not because it was based on Zilla.
Yeah, I can kind of see that, but doesn't really look like Zilla to me. The only part I see
Yeah,
is like the top of the head that looks like Zilla. That's about it.
and maybe the eyes.
Not really the eyes. Eyes are different. Godzilla 1988's eyes are a different color than Orga's eyes.
Oh, okay.
So the only thing I can say that looks like Zilla is the top of the head. That's about it.
Okay.
But from the rest of the design of Orga, it doesn't look like Zilla. Far from it.
Yeah, 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 pretty much.
And speaking of Godzilla, Godzilla looks this is actually one of his best designs, especially
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's best design with the purple dorsal spines.
the more of a magenta, not really purple. I don't know why people keep on saying purple. It's more of a magenta, not it's not a purple. I don't know why people keep on saying it's purple. It's not
Oh, I
purple.
don't know. Yeah, maybe it's not. Maybe not
Not
really a violet
magenta.
either.
It's not a magenta. It's a magenta is the same thing as purple. It's a red violet color, not really a purple.
Okay.
Yeah, but the red violet dorsal plates are pretty cool, and they look really in this Godzilla design. Even though the dorsal plates all kind of exaggerate a little bit, but they do kind of make him. But when he's hunched over with those long dorsal plates, it does kind of make him look intimidating in some shots. Actually, most shots, to be honest. Mm.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And but the one thing I don't understand about this Godzilla, why they make him shorter than the previous Godzilla? I don't understand that part.
At this point, I feel like Toho really doesn't have a. I feel like they kind of lost all their like ideas for sizes at this point. I mean, look at Godzilla Ultima. He's back. He's literally it's Godzilla back being short again.
And then being full height, then being Heisei height at the end of the show. Yeah. He goes from 50 meters, then somehow grows, I don't know how, to 100 meters.
Right.
I don't know how. I'm guessing it has something to do with that mist cloud or something.
I don't know. It's a different continuity, so at this point, there's no point thinking about it.
Yeah.
Honestly, it would have been cooler if this Godzilla was actually Godzilla Junior grown up, but again, it's a different continuity.
Yeah. But I'll get to that when we get to my favorite.
Oh, hold on. I'll be right back. I need to eat, so you can continue if you want.
Okay.
I'll be listening.
Okay. We have finished C, so let's take a look at the list. Number 36, quick recap. 36, what's Godzilla movie? Godzilla's Revenge. 35, Godzilla vs. Ghidorah. Second was then Godzilla 1988, then Godzilla City on Edge Battle, then Godzilla vs. Mothra, Ever Horde of Beast, and Godzilla Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. I'm gonna get a lot of hate from Chris. Godzilla vs. Megalon, Godzilla vs. Gigan, Godzilla Planet of the Monsters, Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that one. A lot of hate. Invasion of the Astro Monsters, another movie that I'm gonna get a lot of hate for. Though. G14, I'm gonna get split hate for that, but I'm pretty sure most people are gonna agree with me. Plan here. Oh, you bet I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. Godzilla Raids Again. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, especially from Nico. Destroy All Monsters. I'm not sure about that one. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, maybe get some hate. Tokyo SOS. King. People will probably agree with me with that one. King Kong vs. Godzilla. D-Man fans will come at me, including D-Man. Godzilla 2000, I would put that at higher, but there are a couple movies that I do like more than Godzilla 2000, so that's probably why it's at a C. If those movies, I would put it at 15, but now I'm thinking of Terror of Mechagodzilla, which is number 15 right here. It's in the top 15, so I would put it at there. Would actually no, not top 15. Let me put it back down here. I think the next movie is where is it? There it is. Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. Oh boy. Oh boy. Give me credit, it's at the top 15. So it is in B, but it's in the top 15, so give me a break. Ghidorah, the three-headed monster is the cool introduction of Ghidorah, and to be honest, is one of the best interpretations, not including the Monster vs. Ghidorah, is one of the best interpretations of Ghidorah, not including the Monster vs. Ghidorah, and not only introduces Ghidorah and Rodan, it also introduces the tag team battle, because before this movie, you only had one monster fighting one monster. Now you're having all four of the most iconic Toho monsters fighting each other against Ghidorah. And Ghidorah puts up a pretty good fight against these monsters. None of these monsters can put up a good fight against Ghidorah. And the only problem I have with the fight, the only two problems I have with the final battle is why doesn't Godzilla use his atomic breath, and why doesn't Ghidorah shoot his gravity beams when Mothra tries to soak Ghidorah with his silk? When Mothra tries to soak Ghidorah when Rodan picks her up, and they just keep on soaking Ghidorah, and Ghidorah just stands there. I don't understand why he just doesn't use his gravity beams to shoot down Rodan and Mothra. But that's just a minor nitpick. The fight is pretty good, though, despite Godzilla not using his atomic breath and Ghidorah not shooting down Mothra and Rodan. But I do like this movie, and the assassin plot is actually pretty. It's kind of pointless. You really didn't need it. You could have just said that the princess was there, and then somehow the Martian got control of her, and she just jumps out the plane, and you didn't have to have the plane blown up, and nothing would change. The only thing that would change is that she won't get her memories back. She'll just stay as a Martian. But I'm pretty sure you can put something in there to make her get her memories back. Probably get hit by a rock during Ghidorah's rampage. But this movie is pretty good. Is not only the 10th movie, not the 10th movie, the 5th movie in the Godzilla franchise, so that's something worth celebrate. This is also one of the few movies that we got two Godzilla movies in a row in 1 year. Actually, they don't do that very much. Well, they do that recently, but it's mostly with animated shows and a Godzilla movie. But this movie is nice. And speaking of the Nets movie, we get to, oh boy, I'm gonna get a lot of hate from the Monsterverse fans. Godzilla vs Kong at number 14. Oh boy, boy. I'm pretty sure the Kenshin Studios will agree with me with this one. I think, I don't know, but Godzilla vs Kong. I I had. I think it's because of the hype that this movie is at a B and is at number 14. I think it's because of the hype. I was, and probably because of the weight that this movie is at number 14. Maybe not the weight, but the hype for this movie made me so hype. And when I saw this movie, it was like, hmm, okay, maybe I need to watch this a couple times. We need to watch it again. We need to watch it again. Okay. And then after watching it a couple times, I came to a realization, yeah, it's not worth the top 10. But this movie is pretty decent, and it's in the monster battles. Actually, they're pretty good. They're probably one of the best monster fights in the entire MonsterVerse, not including Godzilla King of the Monsters and Kong Skull. Okay, maybe not the best. Well, actually, I do like most of the monsters. Actually, all of the MonsterVerse films are pretty good. But Godzilla vs Kong is pretty downgrade. It's not much of a downgrade from Godzilla King of the Monsters, but it is. I wouldn't say it's a letdown. I did like the movie, and Kong. Even though I wish Godzilla had more screen time, and Kong has way too much screen time. This movie's called Godzilla vs Kong, not Kong starring Godzilla. This is a movie called Godzilla vs Kong. Godzilla is the first name in the title. You expect him to have a lot of screen time. Nope, he's just a side character. It's barely in the movie. Even in the novelization, he's barely in the novelization. He's barely in the movie. So I don't understand why you didn't give him enough screen time. I don't get it. Why didn't you put him in a movie more? Maybe have like a second battle before the final battle. Have him like fight in the whole earth or something. That would have been a cool fight, and that was some concept art of Godzilla actually landing in the whole earth, and then they'll fight their way up to Hong Kong. That was actually some concept art for the movie, but that got scrapped because of budget. That'll probably be way too hard to animate. Well, not animate, to CG animate or whatever. Yeah, I guess for budget reasons they didn't do that fight. But anyway, moving on to number 13, which is, oh, we finally get to the edit. Okay, all four of these Mechagodzilla movies are pretty good, but I have to put Mechagodzilla number 13. Give me a break. Okay, give me a. Okay, I know it's this low, but it's at number 13. In my opinion, it's pretty good, and it's one of my favorite. And this Mechagodzilla is, even though he's not in the movie that much in the movie, but when he's not in the movie does keep you interested. I was never bored throughout the whole movie, and the movie is pretty dark. It even ends on a not a happy note. Yeah, they win against Mechagodzilla and Titanosaurus and the aliens, but Katsua dies at the end, sacrificing himself to get rid of Mechagodzilla. Even the ending shot is them about to bury Katsua, and Godzilla just swimming out into the ocean, not to be seen again for another 9 years. But the ending shot is pretty good, and the fight, not as fun as the previous movie, but it's still pretty good. It does have some cheesy moments, and Mechagodzilla does is pretty badass. I'm not including the fight with Godzilla and Titanosaurus at the beginning, like halfway through, because that's barely a fight. I'm talking about Godzilla versus Titanosaurus and Mechagodzilla. That's a pretty good fight. And the City Destruction Scenes, oh my god, this must be Michael Bay's favorite in the movie. Because everything goes out with a bang. Literally, there's so many explosions everywhere. This must be Michael Bay's favorite Godzilla movie. Yep. And also this movie holds a really special spot because I actually got to meet one of the actors from this movie. I got to meet the lady who played Katsura, Kamido. Oh my god, I'm terrible at names. The lady who played Katsura, I got to meet her and at GFET's 2022. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Anyway, but Terror Mechagodzilla is one of my favorite Godzilla movies. And speaking of Katsura, she is one of the most tragic characters of any Godzilla movie. She was turned into a cyborg by the aliens, and now the aliens are using Katsura to control Mechagodzilla. And she destroys herself after she comes out of their mind control. So she shoots herself to stop Mechagodzilla. Actually, I think in the original ending, he shoots her. In the original ending, but I think they cut that from the final product, or at least in the American version. I think in the American version they did that. Yeah, I think it was in the American version they did that, or maybe that was the original ending. I can't remember. It's been a minute since I've seen the Japanese version. Someone will probably say in the comments below. But Terror Mechagodzilla is probably one of my favorites. That's why he's at number 13. I should probably adjust this a little bit. Yeah, maybe adjust this a little bit. Maybe adjust this. 14 to 15. Let me adjust this a little bit. Let me put you up here. And put you at 13. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. So I don't make that many people mad. There, I put it at an A. Happy. So done with B, now into A. We're into the top 13 Godzilla movies. And coming in at number 12 is Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. Wait, what? Why are you picking Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla at number 12? What the hell? Okay, don't get me wrong. I do love this movie. Actually, I do love this movie. I love this movie to death. This is one of my favorite Mechagodzilla movies, and is a good introduction to the original Mechagodzilla, to the OG, and it keeps you entertained, and it's not too cheesy as the previous Showa movies was. And after like 4 duds in a row, this movie actually tries to bring something good, and it succeeds in my opinion. This movie is one of the best Showa Godzilla movies. Actually, one of the best. That's why it's like the third best. This is honestly the third best Showa Godzilla movie in my opinion. But you're wondering, wait, why is it not in the top 10 if you think it's one of the best Showa Godzilla movies? Well, I honestly don't know. Maybe it's because these other Godzilla movies are probably better than a little bit or a lot better than Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. That's probably the only reason why. So, and Mechagodzilla. Oh, speaking of Mechagodzilla, the five, when he's fake Godzilla, that part kind of nitpicks me. Like, why is he fake Godzilla? I guess I can say he's trying to ruin Godzilla's image, and then he kills Anguirus. So I'm guessing they're trying to make him seem like he's going back to his evil ways, I guess. But then you see the other Godzilla, so that part's just ruined. And when and many people say that Anguirus died in this movie, but he did not because a lot of people forgot that the Show of Monsters takes place in 1999 and this movie takes place in 1974. Many people forget that. And when Godzilla shows up to fight Mechagodzilla, the fight is pretty brief. It's not that long. But the final battle between Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, no, Godzilla and King Seesaw versus Mechagodzilla is hands down one of the best fights in the show era. I don't care what you say, it is one of the best fights in the show era. And probably one of my best, one of my favorite fights in any Godzilla movie. Not including some of these other fights. Well, some of these other fights from these other movies that are over here. But Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla is one of my favorites Showa Godzilla movies. That's why it's third. It's the third best Godzilla movie, third best Showa Godzilla movie. And Mechagodzilla is this Mechagodzilla is a good introduction. So yeah. Okay, next is not that one. Not that one. What was it? Oh, another Mechagodzilla movie. Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. It almost made the top 10. It almost did. It literally almost did. I was contemplating. Wait, 13, 12, 11. Yeah, it almost made the top 10, but these are the 10 movies. And before one of these movies, which is probably next, this movie was in the top 10, but because that movie came out, it got moved down one place. Actually, it was a couple places and then moved up and then went back down and moved up. And now it's at number 11. My opinion will probably change later on and maybe it'll be at top 10 again. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna. Fuck it. No, I don't want to do that. No. Nah, just leave it there. It's close to the top 10, but this movie. But speaking of top, this is the best one of my favorite Mechagodzilla movies. Not Mechagodzilla movies. One of my favorite Mechagodzillas ever. This is the best incarnation of Mechagodzilla. Even though it's not in the top 10, this is my favorite incarnation of Mechagodzilla, in my opinion. This is the best Mechagodzilla. This is the best Mechagodzilla, in my opinion. This is the best Mechagodzilla. This is one of my favorite Mechagodzillas, and there is no topping this Mechagodzilla. This Mechagodzilla is a beast. Yeah, you can say it needed some help fighting against Godzilla, like it needed a pilot to fight against Godzilla and to drive it off. But he was putting up a pretty good fight against Godzilla before he needed a pilot. And not including the first fight, I'm not including that. That was barely a fight. I'm talking about the final battle between Godzilla and Kyu. That fight was amazing and was over the top. Like it was pro wrestling. It was like back to pro wrestling, like back to the show era. And that's the thing I love about the Millennium era, that it does tend to stick to its roots when it comes to the show. When it comes to the show era, like it try to goes back to its roots by having over the top fights. Maybe it's because they actually heard the complaints of the fights from the Heisei era, or some of the fights, or most of the fights from the Heisei era. But anyway, with that out of the way, that completes A. And now we get into the S tier, the top 10 Godzilla movies. My top 10. And coming in at number 10, which holds a very, very special place in my heart, Mothra versus Godzilla. You want to know why this movie holds a very special place in my heart? Because, believe it or not, this was the first Godzilla movie I ever saw. Yep, I have this movie to thank for me being a good G fan. Well, actually, not really this movie. I think the reason why I fell in love with Godzilla is because when I was born, my mom showed me a Treadmaster Godzilla toy, and I'm guessing I fell in love with Godzilla ever since then. I guess I don't know how you explain it. Maybe I was I, I don't know how you explain that, but I like to think because of that Treadmaster toy, I fell in love with Godzilla literally since I was born. So I've been a G fan since I was born. But the first Godzilla movie I ever saw was Mothra vs. Godzilla, and yep, this is my favorite Godzilla movie. It's one of the best, in my opinion. And there's no topping this movie. It is easy one of the best Showa Godzilla movies. And yeah, you can say it's kind of rehashing the previous Mafia movie, but it does bring some new things. Like instead of one businessman just trying to take Mafia's egg, it actually does do new things with the Mafia story. Instead of them trying to steal the Shobijin, it's actually them trying to steal their egg, Mafia's egg. And Godzilla, pretty badass in this movie. He's an indestructible weapon of destruction in this movie. And it's kind of sad. This is the last villain Godzilla movie. Not the last. Well, maybe not the last villain Godzilla movie that won't come into the Heisei era. But this is the last time Godzilla is a villain in the Showa era. You can kind of count Ghidorah, but he really doesn't cause any destruction. He's just fighting Ghidorah, not Ghidorah. He's just fighting Rodan the entire time. He doesn't kill anybody through his rampage. He just fights Rodan. But this is the last Godzilla movie with Godzilla as a villain. And what they do last time he's a villain is pretty good. I haven't been this. I haven't felt a menace Godzilla since pretty much the first one. This is honestly the best, one of the one of the best Show Godzilla movie, excluding the first one, in my opinion. This movie is pretty good, and the human characters pretty decent. Actually, no, not decent. They're awesome. They're pretty neat. And Mafa, my real med was, even though she's smaller than her first incarnation. Actually, this is the same incarnation. So apparently Mafa shrank. How did Mafa shrink in this movie? That's one part that did bug me because in articles online for this movie, they said that Mothra was 65 meters, and in Mothra 1961, she is 80 meters, so that kind of bugs me. How did Mothra grow? Not grow, shrink. Like, how does she shrink from? That's like a 15-meter. That's not even like she lost weight. She just shrunk. Like, how did that happen? And I know this is a moth, and maybe moths in real life actually do shrink when they're about to die. I don't know. I'm not a moth person, but I'm pretty sure that's not how monsters work. They don't shrink. As a good Godzilla, but he changes like every continuity. And oh, in the battle between Godzilla versus Mothra, it's probably one of the best, well, probably the second best puppet battle against a monster. And the final battle between Godzilla and Mothra is kind of makes Godzilla look pathetic that he got beaten by two caterpillars, which is yeah. But if it was in an open field, I'm pretty sure Godzilla would win the battle. But I do love this movie, and besides my complaints, this movie is really good, and I love this movie to death. Anyway, let's move on to the next one.
I'm back.
Okay, did you see what I
Alright, so
put?
yeah, I'm seeing what you put. Okay, so
And also
okay,
made some
so
adjustments to the tier
yeah,
list.
yeah. Okay, so Ghidorah, the three-headed dragon, and the three-headed monster, and Godzilla versus Kong at the B side.
And number
Honest,
15 and number 14. Yeah,
honestly, I would have put these two at the A side.
A. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, Ghidorah. Yeah, I really love. I really like Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. The first introduction of the character, total badass. Godzilla, the team up between Godzilla, Rodan, and Mothra, great. And I guess you could say that Godzilla shifting from evil to bad is also pretty good.
Yeah, I will give it that. I do love this movie. It's even though it's at a B side, it's still in the top 15.
Right,
So I don't hate this movie. I just think there's cup like 14 more movies better than this.
right.
But
And as
it
for
is
Godzilla, yeah,
but this movie is pretty good.
right.
Continue.
And hmm?
Continue.
All right. Yeah. Okay. And as for Godzilla versus Kong, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I think this movie is better than King Kong versus Godzilla. I'm sorry, but I this movie is just too damn good. I love this movie.
I do too, but it's not it's not it's a big downgrade from the previous movie. Not
Not
much of a
really.
downgrade. Not
Yeah, not
really.
really.
Not really, but it's a little bit of a downgrade. Not by much, but just a little bit.
Right.
It
Honestly, also this movie had the best version of Mechagodzilla, and they finally made him a villain
Oh, give
again.
me that. Don't give me that. This is
Oh, come
not
on. What do you
no,
mean
no,
now?
no. He was the best version of Mechagodzilla. I don't care what
Hell
anything.
no. Hell
He
no. M Monster vs. Mechagodzilla is a total badass.
Now we need to have a debate next month on which Mechagodzilla is better.
Oh god. It's okay, wait. No, wait. Monster vs. Mechagodzilla beat the shit out of Godzilla and even battled Kong without any problem. Kiryu just got his ass kicked from the entire movie.
Not really. He put up a pretty good fight before Godzilla knocked him out.
But after he got his ass kicked, the humans had to help him.
Yeah,
Also, finally, since when are we get a Mechagodzilla that is a villain? That's one of the things that was missed from the character, the fact that he was a villain.
he was a villain in City on the Edge of Battle.
Oh fuck that! No, fuck that! Fuck that!
But we don't count that. That's the
Of
worst
course we don't
Mechagodzilla.
count that. It's bullshit. Villain my ass. No.
but he was also a villain in Ready Player One.
That doesn't even count. I mean, when I didn't know it was Mechagodzilla until they say his name. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad design, but just why give him a new design when everyone in this movie literally looks identical? Literally looks identical to what they look in their respective series.
Well, originally this Mechagodzilla was based off the poster. It's actually based off the poster of
Yeah,
Godzilla
yeah, I
vs
know.
Mechagodzilla,
Yeah, I know.
and you can kind of see it. Mm.
Okay, so as for Terror of Mechagodzilla and Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, honestly, I feel like Mechagod versus Mechagodzilla would be an S, and Terror, I'm hesitating between S and A, honestly.
Yeah, and I kind of adjusted it a little bit because me.
Yeah, I mean both are good or very very good.
Yeah, they really are. Actually, all four of these Mechagodzilla movies are very good.
Right. Wait. Yeah, and also yeah, and against the Mechagodzilla, yeah, that's also another good Mechagodzilla movie.
It was in my top 10 before, but then the next movie came out. The newest one of the newest Godzilla movies came out, and got pushed down one, actually two.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And what about Mafia vs Godzilla? Before I get to that one right here,
Oh yeah. Oh, Mothra vs. Godzilla. Yeah, I'll say it's an S2. Definitely. I'll definitely say it's an S2. Definitely a very good. I guess you could say follow-up idea because you had a crossover with King Kong. Makes logical sense that you use another monster that you own.
yeah, it made sense. And plus, this is one of the best. And this movie does hold a special place in my heart because it's the first Godzilla movie I ever saw. It wasn't
Oh
the
well.
thing that got me into Godzilla. I was into Godzilla since I was literally born, but I'm not kidding. I was literally into Godzilla since I was born.
Damn.
That's not a joke. But this is the first Godzilla movie that I saw, so it does hold a very, very special place in my heart. It's what made me start watching all the Godzilla movies. I don't count Godzilla King of the Monsters 1956. That doesn't count because this is an American adaptation of the 1954 film. That doesn't count. Mm.
Right.
This movie counts as the very first official Godzilla movie I saw that's not uncut, but original.
Of course.
And then now that we caught up, we go to this is gonna get a lot. This is gonna be really mixed on people who agree with me and don't agree with me.
Oh, I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. King of the Monsters, top tier. This movie shows exactly how how people understand Godzilla as a whole.
Yeah, and this is the best American Godzilla ever. The best American Godzilla movie. Period.
Definitely, like Godzilla, Rodan, Mothra, Ghidorah. Oh, everything was. It was just great.
And I don't understand the complaints of this movie. Yeah, you can say the cutaways, but they're not as bad as they were in G14. At least you can see the monsters.
Oh right, yeah. Honestly, you can see the monsters even more than G14. Actually, there's one complaint that doesn't even make any sense. In G14, they complained that Godzilla didn't have a lot of screen time. Here, they complain that there's too much monster screen time. Why do you watch this movie for?
You watch it for the monsters, not the human
Exactly,
characters.
because the monsters are characters too.
Yeah, and speaking of character, Godzilla does get humanized in this movie, and he does show some intelligence.
It kind of shows. Yeah, I mean, God's it was kind of always kind of a thing with Godzilla. He is sentient, and you could say he is above with humanity at this point.
And okay, here's one thing I want to bring up real quick. I don't care what people say. Godzilla is smarter than Kong. He is way older than Kong. I don't care what anybody says. Godzilla is smarter than Kong. I don't care if Kong has a bigger brain. I don't care if Godzilla has two brains. Two brains means he's smarter than you because he
I
needs.
mean, yeah, Godzilla does have more knowledge than Kong. That's kind of the
Yeah,
reason why Kong even lost. He didn't know what Godzilla looked like or how to kill them. He was practically born kind of years later after the war between the Godzilla and the Kongs.
he was born in the 19th century. Yeah,
Right.
like way after the year of Kong, like centuries, even millenniums, even eons before the
Pre-
War of Kong.
yeah, pretty much.
Because I'm pretty sure the whole species was wiped out by the Skull Crawlers in the comics. Mm.
Yeah. And Ghidorah in this movie. Oh my god. Get out of here with the anime Ghidorah. Fuck Noodle Ghidorah. This is the Ghidorah I want. I want a Ghidorah that is truly evil.
This is the best interpretation of Ghidorah.
Yeah, yeah.
This, I know people say that the Showa Ghidorah is the best interpretation. Nope,
Uh,
this is the best interpretation.
yeah, yeah, truly an evil, a really evil kaiju. Like that's the interesting thing is that most titans or in the monsters don't really like or more don't really seem evil. They just do it as instinct. I guess you could say with the Mewtwo and the Skullcolors. Here, you actually get a Titan that is incredibly devilish.
Yeah, and plus his head's a. The only thing I don't like about the design is head kind of looks a little bit like Smog. Yeah,
Of course. I mean, really, not that much, honestly.
not by much, but the mouth and the not including the horns on his head, the mouth and the eyes and the face a little bit kind of look like Smog a little bit. Yeah,
Meh, probably the case.
but besides that, I do love this Ghidorah design. It's actually one of my favorite Ghidorah designs. I really want to get the SI Smart Sauce figure to this. I'll get that at G Fest, I guess.
Right.
If they have it at G Fest, okay.
I feel like we pissed off a lot of people at this point.
Yeah, look at this tier list. Ugh, I piss off so many. I put Mega Gears at C. I put Invasion at Astro Monsters at D. I put Mothra vs. Not Godzilla vs. Mothra at F. Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla at D. So many people are gonna hate me for this.
Right, let's just continue.
Okay, next movie. We get into we get into a lot of Heisei movies. There's gonna be a lot of Heisei movies for the next couple. One, but let's go with the middle of the Heisei. Fuck, this is gonna be hard because these four Heisei movies are. Ugh, this is gonna be hard. Um,
Let's. How about we do make Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla 2? I
no, I
honestly,
love that one. I love that one.
I don't. I mean, honestly, I would put that movie into maybe a B. Honestly,
Not a B. I wouldn't put that at a B. I'll put that at S. That's
not.
automatic.
I don't think that's an S. Honestly, I mean, it's a good movie. Although, I mean, it's probably this movie has my least favorite Mega Godzilla.
I will agree with that. That's the only problem I have with the movie is Mechagodzilla.
Like,
But
I mean, I get that he's a machine and like a robot, but why does he do absolutely nothing? I mean, here's the thing: the Showa Mechagodzilla, despite being a robot, he kind of had a bit of personality. Actually, is I think his like main personality is that he's like basically like a stone cold killer. Like he is a mecha, he shows no absolute emotion. Like he doesn't like show his true emotion, and he that kind of showcase when he basically goes attacking Godzilla and King Caesar.
uh, okay, I'm gonna make you mad and piss a lot of people off, but I'm gonna put this at number 8. No, not number 8. I'm not gonna put that at number 8 yet. I'm gonna put
What?
H. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put that at number 8.
What?
Yeah, I love this movie. I've seen this
I
movie a lot.
oh
Mm.
screw you.
I love this movie. It never bores me, and I'm entertained throughout the whole movie. And not only it has the best interpretation of Mickey, a lot of characters are pretty good. This is actually the best human cast of any Godzilla movie. And it's
Well, I mean, that's true.
and Mechagodzilla, besides design, is actually pretty OP, and it's probably one of the
Yeah,
most.
no, he's not OP. He's the weakest Mechagodzilla. The only reason he beats the Godzilla is because of that goddamn shield. Literally the same way as the anime Ghidorah.
Eh,
And when that shield, he doesn't have that shield anymore, he is completely vulnerable. Honestly, if I'm okay, here's the thing. Maybe if Mechagodzilla had that shield when he turned to Super Mechagodzilla, then it would make sense. It would actually showcase the true power of the mech. But nope, he just already has it. Like completely
yeah, but
ridiculous.
to be fair, the reason why the shield melted, the shield is the most strongest titanium metal alloy ever. So it's gonna take a lot to melt that. But the reason why it's melted because Godzilla got a power up. So if if Vodan was dead, Godzilla would have been dead right there. If Vodan didn't come to save him, Godzilla would have died.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Although I don't think this Mechagodzilla is the strongest kaiju in the entire franchise. Kaiser Ghidorah or even Bagana says otherwise.
even though Baggin wasn't in the film, he was only in
Although
the
you,
game. He
he
was
is,
only
but
in
he is in the
game.
video game. Yeah, but in the video game we do get kind of an idea of his powers.
Yeah. So I played that video
Ah,
game. I should probably get the SNES version of it. I need to get it. It'll probably
right.
take me.
Let's.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move to another Heisei movie. This one. I'm gonna piss off Chris with this.
Ah, yes, Return Return of Godzilla. Yeah, very definitely a good movie. The American version, fuck that.
Okay. I love both versions of the movie. I love them both. They're both good, in my opinion. This is actually the best American version of a Godzilla movie.
Really, with all those Dr. Pepper commercials.
Okay, now including Dr. Pepper commercials, the American scenes are kind of cool because they bring back Raymond Burr, and even though he doesn't really do that much, he does help the military a little bit and does give them some help and system. And they actually tried to include the military scenes in the
I
Japanese
don't know.
cut, but the movie, both versions are pretty good. Doesn't matter
I will.
which version you're watching. The only complaint I have is with the American version is the things that they did with the Russians and the Prime Minister. Like, remember how the Prime Minister had a meeting before he said to the Russians in the United States? Yeah, that means out of the American version.
Yeah, I will admit the only thing that is good with the American version is the fact that they included Raymond Burr from the American version of the
That
1954 movie.
and Godzilla screams when he goes down the volcano.
Oh yeah, that's kind of frightening.
Yeah, that he screams in pain as he goes down the volcano.
I mean,
That's pretty tough.
I won't really say that's pain, more like fear that actually Godzilla believed that he was actually going to die.
Yeah, well, we can say pain and fear, I guess, because he's going down a molten lava. Mm.
Yeah, good point. All right, what's next?
Another Heisei movie. I told you it was going to be a lot.
Yeah, okay, it's Biolante.
Yep, a perfect
Yep,
sequel to the next Heisei film.
This one also deserves to be an S because it's it's a very good.
It's probably one of my favorite Heisei movies.
Same. Although it's kind of unfortunate that despite being an original, actually being an original idea, they didn't really do that good in the box office.
It's kind of sad. I don't understand why it didn't do that well in the box
I
office.
mean, it kind of shows that the kind of shows the reason to why Toho tends to use the big five like Godzilla, Rodan, Mothra, King Ghidorah, and Mechagodzilla. It's because since they're
Yeah,
so popular, they gives them more money than if they create a new monsters that people really don't really are really gonna care.
yeah.
That's a
But
shame.
you can say, but is my argument. King Kong vs. Godzilla.
Oh, yeah. I mean, no, but because King Kong was popular at that time.
Yeah. And you can say the same thing about Godzilla 2000. That made a lot of money in the Millennium Era.
Yeah, good point. But
And
yeah, God,
G14. And G14.
right. But yeah, Godzilla versus Biollante, definitely a great start for an original, yeah, original idea.
And
I
speaking of
wished, I
Biollante,
wished, oh yeah, Biollante, she's a beauty.
yeah, both rules form and final form. Oh my god. Not including that plant form that attacked those. Actually, she has three forms. Other people will know that. Remember that tentacle that grabbed the guys?
It's
Yeah, that's one
vines,
of the
yeah,
forms.
yeah, the vines. I mean, technically, we don't really see how she looked, but it's just vines.
Yeah, it's just one of the forms. I'm guessing she kind of looked like what I picture when with the vines is the Audrey too. That's what I picture with the vines.
Oh god,
Little shop of horror.
oh
That's what I
god.
picture. That's what I picture with the vines.
Of course. I like how Biolante doesn't really look like Godzilla despite having his DNA.
Yeah, it kind of looks original, unlike some other Godzilla clone.
Yeah, if only Toho actually had this mind when it comes to having new ideas, because right now they kind of suck at it.
Oh, you're gonna hate me when I get to. You already know. Look how many movies are left, and look what movie is there.
Yeah, I know. And there's one movie that will definitely get people to hate me.
Yep. And next movie is at number 5, Godzilla
Yes.
vs. the Shoya, the best Heisei
No,
movie ever.
no arguments say this movie definitely a great and excellent way to end a series.
Okay, I will admit it's a perfect ending to the Godzilla franchise, but well, maybe a series, but not a perfect ending to the Godzilla franchise. I will admit it's a good ending. It is my favorite though. Don't get me wrong; it's in the top 5 for a reason. And this movie is the saddest Godzilla movie ever. I'm
Oh
depressed.
yeah, definitely the most
It hasn't.
depressing.
There hasn't been a Godzilla movie this sad since the original. Mm. You
Yeah,
can
you
say
can.
Terror. You can say Terror Mechagodzilla was sad, but not as sad as this movie.
Yeah, the thing is that Godzilla in this entire movie was clearly in pain.
Yeah, it was. He was dying, and you can see in the design that he is burning from the inside and outside, and you can see in his eyes that he is in pain.
Right, and also, oh my god, the things that happen, like, apart from Destroya showing up and actually doing some very scary things. And when he.
Even though the Destroyer design before he turns into his final form, they kind of look like alien xenomorphs, xenomorph
Okay,
crab
what?
thing.
No,
The
okay, maybe the tongue thing, maybe the little tongue thing, but the design, they don't really look that similar to a xenomorph.
yeah, yeah, they do kind of look, but come on, the scene with Destroyer first appears and attacks the soldiers. That's a little bit too on the nose.
I don't know. Also, Godzilla Junior. Yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna agree that that the Heisei era are probably one of the best offsprings of Godzilla.
Oh, I forgot to talk about Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla and his son and Rodan.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I mean, okay, let's do that. Yeah, Rodan in the movie was pretty cool.
but
Mechagodzilla sucked ass because he was not really great.
Godzilla was awesome as always, and his
Godzilla's son
son.
actually looks good.
Yep, it looks like Godzilla, even though he kind of looks derpy.
And he does play kind of a significant role
He
since he's
plays a
gonna.
big role in that movie.
Oh
He
yeah.
plays a big role.
And honestly, I think it's a good thing that even after Mecha versus Mechagodzilla 2, they actually continued and they actually gave him a character growth. Like in the next movie in Space Godzilla, he's actually grown up, and then in Destroyer,
Yeah, even
boom!
though in Space Godzilla he looks chibi.
I mean, he looks pretty cute.
Yeah, he looks cuter than Manila, but he still looks chibi.
Yeah, but then in Destroyer, boom! You actually get his full potential. Well, nearly, but it still is
He
his
is
full
taller than the
potential.
show Godzilla, just by 10 meters, but not much.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, if the Heisei era ended in the it would make it with Mechagodzilla 2, there was no point of including him. Like I feel like if this was the real ending, then Godzilla Junior would have been there was no point of even including him.
Yeah, that like yeah, that would make sense to end with Godzilla vs. Showa. And to be honest, this is a better movie than Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. That's not saying much because I do like all these Heisei movies, these four,
Yeah.
because they're pretty good. It's a shame that after Biolante, the Nets 2 aren't really that good.
I mean, for you, but I mean, I like Ghidorah. Monfront not that much.
Yeah. And then after Mechagodzilla, Space Godzilla, I know people like that, but not me.
I mean, heck, at least after Space Godzilla, we got Destroyer, or I guess you would have like a Ghost Godzilla if you want to see another Godzilla fight another Godzilla.
Oh, there was so many scrap ideas for the final movie. He was
Yeah,
supposed to originally,
honestly,
he was gonna,
honestly, Ghost Godzilla would have been a very cool idea to see.
yeah, but because he already fought two Godzillas, that would have been a little bit overkill.
Yeah, not gonna lie. Right,
And
let's actually I think the next one that you can put kind of emphasize on a Ghost Godzilla.
these four are gonna be hard to choose from. Oh boy.
Actually, yeah, I'm talking about GMK, the one that kind of emphasizes a Ghost Godzilla.
Uh, you don't want me to put that one, don't you?
I don't
Oh
know.
boy.
I let you choose. I don't know.
Oh boy. You asked.
Oh no!
You asked.
No, no.
Actually, now thinking about it, never mind. I won't torture you. I torture you next.
Uh,
GMK.
yeah, GMK, the movie that actually emphasizes on a Ghost Godzilla. I guess you could say Kiryu also works as a Ghost Godzilla, but we're not gonna go with that.
Yeah, but Q is the best Mechagodzilla in my opinion. I know you don't agree, but he is.
Yeah, right. Anyways, yeah, GMK, definitely another great movie for the Millennium series.
And hot topic. This is the best Suzuki Kakiano film.
Oh, wait? Are you saying that it's better than the Gamma Heisei trilogy?
Yep.
Oh dear. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even bother comparing Godzilla and Gamera. At this point, they're giant monsters, but they do things differently. It's kind of like comparing Mario and Sonic. They're they're kind of like both platformy type of games, but they're still different in their own way.
Yeah, but both of these movies, actually, speaking of the Gamma trilogy, all four of these films, including GMK, they're all really good. They're the best Godzilla movies out there. Not including these three right here.
Right. I mean, I guess the only downside for the Gamera trilogy is how it ended. Not really an actual ending, if I'm being honest.
Well, let's include that statement that Omni Viewer made that if you want Gamma to win, you have to believe in him, I
Yeah,
guess.
good. Yeah, that's still a good point. But like he also said, lack of an ending is still lack of an ending.
Yeah. It
But
would have been
let's not talk about Gamera.
this is Godzilla tier list. It's not a Gamma tier list.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, GMK definitely actually kind of a great combination with mythology. and Godzilla, clearly very good.
and has speaking of the main character, Yui is one of my favorite characters. Maybe it's not
Ah,
the
yes, Yuri. Okay, now I think I remember. I didn't really care that much about Yuri because she was just like a reporter. But now looking back, I actually like her. She's actually a very good character.
and is one of my favorite Godzilla characters. One of the
I get,
the best Godzilla characters of all time.
yeah,
Not including the original.
of course. And I guess the only downside of this movie is Ghidorah being a good guy.
Yeah, that's really the only downside.
I mean, right now, right now, I don't know. I feel like I don't mind, but it's still kind of an issue for Ghidorah to just literally be a good guy.
I can understand Godzilla being a villain, but Ghidorah being a good guy. Yeah.
Although I will say this, GMK Ghidorah is definitely much stronger than the anime Ghidorah.
Yeah, I will agree with that.
Because I'm sorry, but because the anime Ghidorah had to use cheat codes to win, and when he doesn't have those cheat codes, he is easily killed.
Yeah, I agree.
GMK Ghidorah actually put up a fight and didn't even back down.
Yeah, yeah. But
Also,
I
poor
don't
Baron.
really like the design of Ghidorah this Ghidorah that much.
Really?
Not really.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I think what's clever is that I think Ghidorah are a part of Varen, if I remember.
Yeah, I know that, but he's very small. He's like 10 meters shorter than this Godzilla.
That's true. Although I guess that's kind of to emphasize the raw power of this Godzilla.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
I gotta say, this Godzilla is probably the most evil version out of every version.
yeah, I will agree with that. He's even
Like
evil
I
than
don't,
he's more evil than Shin Godzilla and the original
and
Godzilla.
yeah, and even more evil than Ultima. I don't care about Ultima's huge stupid smile. GMK Godzilla is pure evil, and the way and you can basically see it by how he basically goes on a destruction and clearly murders innocent people.
Yeah, especially that scene in the hospital.
Oh god, yeah.
He basically says, "Oh, I'm not gonna kill you." Psych.
Literally. Also, the origin of that Godzilla is wow, literally the vengeful spirits of the Japanese soldiers.
And don't get it confused. It's not the original Godzilla, like some people misconcept.
Nope,
It's
it's
a
another.
second Godzilla.
It's another version. Although I don't know how it makes sense because the original is basically a living being, but this one is actually kind of a ghost. Or actually, I have a theory. I feel like the GMK Godzilla is actually the original, but revived with the ghosts of the soldiers.
Mm,
Maybe that's not the case, but
no,
that's
they
kind of
mentioned the original Godzilla in the movie at the very near the climax. They do
yeah.
mention the original Godzilla that he was killed by the oxygen destroyer. They don't exactly say the oxygen destroyer, but they do reference the oxygen destroyer.
Yeah, true, but how does the GMK Godzilla even works? The original is a living creature. This one is a living creature?
Yeah, and don't forget that the original Godzilla was there was nothing left of the original Godzilla.
Oh
Not
yeah,
until
I forgot. I forgot. I still have Kiryu in my mind that those skeletons were still. God damn
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, now you're gonna hate me for this one.
Oh
Guess what's
god.
at number three?
Ah.
No, not Shin Godzilla. Oh no.
What?
Oh, you heard me. G54.
Oh, I mean, okay. I mean, I don't mind. I'm probably gonna get people to hate on me from what I'm about to say.
But G54 is one oh, you're gonna say it's overrated.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. Okay, I get it. It's the first movie to ever come out, and it's obviously a masterpiece. But as someone who watched the later movies and not this one, I feel like this one gets it's overrated for too much. Like okay, at this point, it's kind of annoying if I'm being honest. Like I get it, it's it's the first movie. It's great, I get it, but I'm pretty sure the other movies are also great.
Yeah, especially these two right here. Guess what's
I mean,
next?
okay,
Oh,
I don't hate G 54. I honestly, if I'm being honest, I think this movie is better than Shin Godzilla, but
yeah.
I'm gonna talk about that later when you put that other movie.
Yeah, but these are the human cast, the best of the cast, best human
Oh
cast
yeah,
ever.
definitely, especially Hishiro. Wait, what? Wait, Serizawa?
Silza, Ishiro Silza,
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm trying to remember.
and the Emiko and Hidito or Akio Takawada.
Right, and
It's
Godzilla, I mean, while he may not be evil as GMK, he's still a vengeful. He's still very vengeful.
and he kills everybody, even children.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, he doesn't care. Yeah. So, no, what the hell? I mean, the humans kind of fucked him up. Huh? It fucked up his home, his species, and even I guess you could say himself since he mutated. So now he's basically going back at them, retaliating with revenge.
And I still remember that scene of basically the mother saying that we'll see your father soon in heaven. We're gonna
Oh
die.
god. Oh
That
god,
scene, that's pretty dark for a Godzilla film, considering what
yeah.
come next.
Actually, there's people have been saying that this movie is a horror movie, which I don't really agree. I mean, yeah, it's disturbing and dark, but not really scary. Just oh my
I don't
god, that's
know.
horrible.
I don't know. That dark scene of a mother telling that her kids are about to die, that's pretty dark.
Yeah, I can see that. Although
And
unfortunately,
also not including that sin of the child looking at her dead mother and
oh
crying.
god, oh that's oh my god. I mean,
That's pretty
you
dark.
can yeah you can definitely tell that this is really a reminder of that horrible
You know
event that
what's
happened.
funny? This is movies rated PG. Did the
Oh what?
MPA not? Did the MPA not watch this movie?
I don't know.
Seriously, what
I
was
feel
the
like this.
MPA ratings back then? Like
I don't
seriously,
know. I feel like they saw. I feel like they was like, oh, it's a giant monster or a giant dinosaur. They're fully kid-friendly material.
they didn't watch the whole movie. They just saw the poster and that's it. All right, poster, giant monster, PG.
Yeah, yeah. This movie is definitely a excellent way to start the movie with with basically using the horrors of nuclear bomb. But unfortunately, despite being a masterpiece, Japan kind of pretty much demonized this movie for having to remind that this is a thing.
Yeah, especially in the American version. Okay, I will agree with you on this one. The American version is a big downgrade.
Yeah, because I feel like the American. I think the thing is that with the American version, it basically turned it into a generic monster movie.
And they cut a lot of scenes. They still include that. They still include those two dark moments, but they cut a lot of scenes.
Right. It's yeah. It's kind of ridiculous.
But they do add a scene that, well, actually, no, it was in the Japanese version, but it does. But both, remember when Ishisawa said you have a choice to stop, not use the oxygen destroyer, which I forgot the line. What was the name of? You remember the line, right? What was the line?
Oh god damn it!
Do
I
you
don't
have
know.
to?
No,
I gotta remember the line. I know the line. I've seen this movie so many times.
it's
God
been a
damn
long
it!
time since I last saw it, so I don't remember
Oh my
anything.
god. Uh, you can stop Godzilla. No, that's not the line. You can stop. You can not use the oxygen destroyer, which is a monster, and you can no. Oh, you can stop something that is reality, and then you got Godzilla that is reality. It's something
Oh
like that.
yeah, yeah. Maybe yeah. It was something like that. Yeah, definitely. Definitely a good line to basically remind that reality. Wait, what? I don't even know
I gotta look
how
up the
to.
line. I gotta look up the line. I
Maybe
got
later. Maybe later.
yeah.
But yeah, we can agree that this movie is definitely the masterpiece and to start it all.
You probably don't want to put this in S here, don't you?
I okay. You know, if you want to put it, put it. I'm gonna start saying my critique on this movie.
But what would you put it? S tier?
Okay, no, okay. I'm gonna be nice. I would put this at a C.
Wait, what? Oh my god! I thought my list is messed up. Oh my god, a
Yes,
C?
yes. I
Oh
would
boy!
put Shin Godzilla at a C, or maybe a D.
Oh my god! And guess what's next?
Shin Godzilla.
Yep.
Oh my fucking. Okay, I'm gonna start here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everyone who is watching this, but I don't like Shin Godzilla. The problem with Shin is that for a reboot of the original, it really kind of misses the point of the original. Like, what the hell? Where are the dark scenes? There are no dark scenes. Why are what's with the characters that are so unforgettable? Forgettable. Like, I barely remember any of them, and they're not even good characters. Like, Godzilla is causing destruction and killing people. Oh, they don't care. They just don't care.
No,
I
they
mean,
try
I
to
guess.
find. No, they,
I mean, I
they
guess.
try to find a way to stop Godzilla by solving Mohammed's riddle, and the solution was origami. Because why not?
Oh yeah, that's yeah. Because the solution is a fucking dumb thing. Oh yeah, the one thing that I really don't like, and it's the thing that I really not. It's the thing that Toho is now doing with Godzilla. Is Godzilla is fucking lifeless. He has no personality whatsoever.
Yeah, but at least in
Actually,
this movie they make him look scary.
I mean,
And
okay. Here's the thing: his design is pretty good, and I think, and is the concept, the idea that they have is very unique. Although, if I'm being honest, although okay, unique for a Godzilla franchise. I mean, the Soroya did it first, but with Godzilla, it really works. But the issue is the fact that Godzilla has no character. All he does is just walk. And the funny thing is that I think it was one of the songs. Which was it? Who will know? Yeah, this one is this song that is supposed to emphasize the Godzilla's true feelings or something like that. The
oh,
problem is that
now that you speak of that song, you can't deny that scene is the best.
okay, I will admit that scene really is good. Although it doesn't really work that much with the song, if I'm being honest. I feel like the song would have been better fit if Godzilla was being frozen. At this point, kind of work because I don't
Okay,
really.
that's one problem. That's the only problem I have with the movie is the placings of the songs. That's one nitpick I have about the movie.
Yeah, especially the two songs. I think it was "Persecution of the Masses" and yeah. Well, no, you would think that "Persecution of the Masses" would play when Godzilla is attacking. Nope, it plays at human characters doing whatever they want.
Yeah,
And who
the,
will know? I mean, who will know is a very tragic like song, especially especially if it focuses on Godzilla's character. Like, I feel like it would have been better played if he was basically being frozen.
someone's got to release a version of. I bet there's a version out there with the songs in the right place. I swear to God, there's got to be a version out there with the songs that actually match the scenes. I
I
swear
don't
there's
know.
got to be.
I
Or at
don't know,
least
but
someone's got to make a movie of switching these songs into the right place. I don't know. Someone's got to make that.
probably. But either way, Godzilla, this Godzilla really is not really like. What's ridiculous that people have been saying that this version it has personality, especially when he roars. Apparently, when he roars, he's supposed to be in pain. How the hell am I supposed to know that? It sounds like a normal roar. If he really was in pain, they could have, I don't know, had a roar, an actual roar of pain.
Or just have a new one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that too. Or better yet, you could actually giving him a personality. You could actually have him move and I don't know, do things rather than just walk around.
Well, you could say that the first Godzilla didn't have a personality.
Oh no, that's bullshit. No, 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 no. I disagree. The first Godzilla clearly had personality. He was vengeful. He was out there for revenge for what humanity has done. Shin has no excuse. In fact, this is Shin personality. He's suffering and he wants to die, and he's also asking for help. That's literally his personality. It's so out of character. It makes no sense. And all of this, and I honestly, I had to literally read the lyrics of Who Will Know and to understand this bullshit.
You can read them.
Yes, I'm good. But I won't. But I won't. I won't go as far to say that this movie is the absolute worst Godzilla movie. I mean, it's not my personal favorite, but I will give it credit for actually doing good with its uniqueness. Something that the anime trilogy or even Singular Point kind of went downhill with that. But
Yeah, I feel like if they would make a sequel and fix the problems of Shin Godzilla, it'd probably be a really good movie. Especially the ending. There's like so many ideas you can do with that.
yeah, I mean, I think the problem. Yeah, oh yeah, the ending. What was the point of the ending? What's with those? What the hell is with Godzilla? You actually, the funny thing is, a lot of people have been calling this version an actual God of Destruction and actually one of the scarier versions of Godzilla. That I would agree if they actually gave him that type of personality, a
I
type of
don't know.
personality
The
that
1984 Godzilla is pretty scary. So is the first Heisei Godzilla is pretty scary. The first movie that he's in, he's pretty scary. So
yeah, that's
is
true. Shin is
1954 Godzilla.
Shin. I mean, he is. His design is a bit scary, but he doesn't really do that much, other than just walk. I mean, that's the problem with this movie. I didn't really get that 24 like no that 1954 feel like it wasn't dark it felt like it didn't really take itself seriously. The characters were just bland, not really remember, not really. I don't really even remember any of them, and Godzilla really didn't feel like a true villain in this, like a true villain in the movie.
Yeah, but it's not the point. Godzilla's this movie is supposed to represent the disaster of the three the nuclear meltdown, the tsunami and the earthquake that happened in Japan like 3 years prior to this movie.
I mean, you would have a point if I mean
And the
Godzilla was meant to
reaction
represent.
and the reaction to the politics reaction to those disasters, you can
I
kind of
mean,
see that in the movie. Actually, you can see that a lot in the movie.
yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. I can understand that, but the problem is that this is a movie, not a documentary. I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
not supposed. That's kind. Yeah, that's a movie. I'm supposed to see it as a movie and not a documentary. I mean, the original. I mean, the original movie was based on the bomb of Hiroshima, and
and
it's kind of did a better
it's
job.
sad that they were so testing bombs near Japan waters even after Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Right.
Mm.
Right. Anyway, let's move on. I think I've done. I've said everything I said about Shin. I'm probably gonna get a lot of people are going to kill me.
Yep. And now we go to the best movie of all time.
Ah,
And
yes, the movie that was supposed to be the very last one.
and I don't care what anybody says about this movie. Nico, I know you hate this movie. You put it at D. You need to put that at S, boy. You need to put that at S. That movie is the best movie of all time. This is the
Yep.
movie. I don't care what anybody says of this movie.
This
This is
yeah,
the
this
best
is
movie.
the best. Yeah, the best. The ultimate best movie.
This is the best Godzilla movie and the best movie. Period. I watch this movie 24/7. I will put this movie on loop. I don't care how many times I watch this movie. I watch this movie every day. This movie is the best movie of all time. I've seen this movie
Ex-
so many times that I remember every line in this movie. This movie is
yeah,
so good and so entertaining. And Godzilla is a complete badass, and this is the best interpretation of Godzilla ever.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, if anything, this movie does kind of fixes the issues with Destroy All Monsters.
Yeah, it's actually a remake of the Troy Monsters, but does it way better.
Definitely.
by a long shot. This is it has a good alien plot line. It's over the top, cheesy,
but
especially
good in a way.
yeah.
Especially what? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you read what happened?
I don't know. I think my audio cut out for a bit.
Right. I mean, we're nearly at the end, so yeah.
Yeah, plus we've been going on for like 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So wait, you especially what?
This is the movie, especially. Oh, remember when you remember said earlier that one of my favorite monster fights was in one of these movies?
Yeah.
This is the movie that has the best monster fight.
Oh,
Godzilla,
definitely.
Godzilla and Mothra versus Monsters, Gigan, and Kaiser Ghidorah. I don't care what anybody says. I know people say that Godzilla versus Kaiser Ghidorah is a separate fight from the Godzilla and Mothra versus Gigan and Monsters. I consider that one fight because it's just Monsters transforming into a different form.
Right.
I consider that fight with Godzilla and Kaiser Ghidorah part of the final battle before he transforms into Kaiser Ghidorah. That's one entire fight.
Right. Also, Nico, you're probably watching this. I don't know. Kaiser Ghidorah can beat Mechagodzilla 2 without any problem.
Oh yeah, Kaiser Ghidorah is even Monster X can beat Mechagodzilla.
Oh right. Yeah. Yeah. No. Ah. It still pains me that Monster X and even Kaiser Ghidorah are the last original monster that Toho will basically ever made. Basically has ever made. Later on, they didn't
Well,
even bother at this point.
they did serve wasn't
Oh,
original.
screw the servants! Screw the servants! They don't
They
deserve
did.
nothing.
They
No, they
did.
don't. They don't deserve it.
They did. They did Salonga. Wasn't original. They tried to
Oh
do
fuck! So no. Oh fuck, Salunga.
they try to say original to hey, let's make new Godzilla forms, but let's have them be previous kaijus.
Because we're too lazy to create a new original one. Even though throughout the past years we've been creating new kaiju's, and Monster X is a good example of that.
He looks like a skeleton version of actually he looks like Ghidorah in disguise and looks like a skeleton. Actually, yeah, he does look like a skeleton and does kind of resemble Godzilla in a bit.
Not really. Also, as a Ghidorah of disguise, that definitely is a plot twist.
Yeah. And the only problem I would say it would have been better if they didn't have Kaiser Ghidorah and just have him be, Ghidorah. Like
I don't know. I feel
maybe
like I
save
don't know.
Ghidorah for this movie instead of using him in GMK. Just save him for this movie. That would have been a good plot twist to have him not be Kaiser Ghidorah and actually be King Ghidorah.
I don't know.
That would make a
I
really
like.
good plot twist.
I guess so. I mean, I like Kaiser Ghidorah. He's a. I feel like he's underappreciated too much. He's a pretty badass.
I like Kaiser Ghidorah too, but it would make a really good plot twist if it was King Ghidorah. Mm,
Guess so. But they decided to actually go with a new thing.
kinda, it's just an alternate version of Ghidorah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, I mean that's true. I mean, after all, you also got the Death Ghidorah from the Rebirth of Mothra saga,
Yeah,
and
that's a better
r-
version of Ghidorah. A four-legged version of Ghidorah. That's a better version of a four-legged Ghidorah.
God, yeah.
But I love everything about this movie. I've watched this movie so many times. I can literally recite every line while I'm watching the entire movie. Like I'll
Nice.
literally be saying the entire lines of the entire movie the entire time I'm watching it. I
Oh, and
love
can we
this.
also yeah?
Continue.
Oh, and can we also agree that this movie also has the best human cast?
Yeah, I agree.
I especially love the guy, the mustache guy. I really forgot his name.
He's my second favorite character. I love Eds more.
Oh yeah, the I love the alien dude.
Eds, he's so over the top. You can tell both the Japanese actor and the dub actor are having a blast with that role. They're
Yeah,
so over the top.
the only lines I know from this guy is Gigan, rise!
And you humans don't got a hope in hell.
Yeah, or even this one. I knew that tuna fish wouldn't even.
I knew that tuna fish wasn't good enough.
Oh yeah,
Next.
next, just next.
And then
Oh
what
yeah,
is that monster?
he literally rages a lot every time a Godzilla beats a monster.
Yeah. That makes his vote so fun. Yeah. He's so over the top. You could tell the actor is overacting, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, this movie. Yeah, actually, yeah, this is really the movie that literally could have ended the entire franchise.
Yeah, and I will agree. I know people are gonna hate me for this. Notice how I picked Destroyer number 5 and Final Wars at number 1. People are
Yeah.
gonna hate me for that. That is, ooh. So that's my entire list. Mm.
Yep, pretty much.
Whoop. I got out 36 Godzilla films. I'm gonna save this and probably update it like in a month from now.
Right, and then when you post it on Twitter, they're all gonna shit on you.
Oh, I'm gonna post this on Twitter and see how many people shit on me.
Oh
I know
god.
Nick. Mm. Actually, I already shared the stream on Twitter, so people should probably watch this later on. If they don't watch, if they're not here in the stream, they'll probably watch it later on.
Yeah.
But this is the best Godzilla movie, Godzilla Final Wars. I don't care what anybody says about it. So this is my top 36 list. So I guess this ends the
Nice.
stream.
Yep.
So this is Godzilla Reader. Where can people find you?
All right. Well, I have my own YouTube channel. Basically with the same name, Godzilla Reader. Also, if you guys are interested, not too long ago, I guess just a few days, I posted a new video for this month since it is Spooky month. Basically, me analyzing the Suitmation trial. So if you guys are interested in watching that, you can go over to my channel. But if you want better, interesting work,
Oh, wait. Okay, continue doing your plugs, and then is it okay if you do the tease?
oh that okay, wait.
Do your
Hold
plugs
on.
first and do the tease.
Yeah, hold on, hold on. But if you guys are interested in reading stories, you can follow me on Wattpad too, where this is where I mostly do more work here than on YouTube. To find me, you can just put add reader Godzilla, and you'll be able to find my account, my Wattpad account. Or I guess if you also want, you can also follow me on Twitter, Godzilla Reader, same name, or
Or you
even
can
on
follow,
DeviantArt, which is also named Godzilla Reader.
and
Basically,
you can also find yourself on Discord at Godzilla Reader, Instagram at
yeah,
Godzilla Reader, Facebook at Godzilla
yeah,
Reader, anywhere at
I mean,
Godzilla
no,
Reader.
yeah, anywhere Godzilla Reader because I'm a Godzilla that reads.
Yeah, and you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Discord, Wattpad, DeviantArt, and Twitter, especially Twitter because I'm almost hitting 700 followers on Twitter.
Right. Okay. So as for the tease, well, for those who aren't aware, me and a good friend of mine that I know on Wattpad, who on YouTube he is known as Neo's Gamer 4 Ghost Nebula, we have been working on this really cool project called the Kenshin Chaos Breakdown, where we basically which is basically a kind of a kaiju profile, like Wikizilla does, of perhaps one of the coolest fan-made kaijus to be ever created, Kurajira.
And
And Acno will be part of the the project.
and the Kenshin breakdown episode, a Kenshin breakdown episode or two,
Yeah.
maybe.
Now so far in the moment we're kind of still in old with the project, since we kind of Neos right now is actually planning on to make a video for this month, and well, I also want to plan some stuff too. So right now the series will be on older, but
Probably
after
internet's
maybe
here. Probably until next year, I guess.
Yeah. Pretty much until next year. But don't worry,
You should probably just
until
wait. You should probably just wait until like the season's
yeah, but
over.
don't but don't worry. I will one maybe after the season's over, or maybe next year. Maybe we can go back to that.
But the season
But
will
if
probably
you
be over in April, I think, because he said it's gonna take like 2 months for each episode. So the next episode after episode 7 will come out in December, then February, then April. So you probably be able to make the next Kenshin breakdown in May.
Yeah, probably. So if you guys are interested, you could go follow my friend Neo's Gamer goes Neo's Gamer by his channel. It's Neo's Gamer 4 Goes Nebula. You can go to his channel and follow him. He does very good videos.
And I'll see you in one of those Kenshin breakdowns later on when you get to it.
Right. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say.
Okay. Anyway, this is Anagoji. Sign
I'm
out.
the Godzilla Reader. Sign up.
And this is Anagoji sign out. And remember, stay big, G fans.